Hi and hello! Welcome everyone to the second ever Athelan Battlegrounds tournament. My name is Solbo and I'm joined here today, as usual I would say, as the last time. Is it usual if it's only the second time? In any case, I am joined
It's a
here
pattern
today.
at this point. It's a pattern. It's fine.
I'm joined here with Burns, developer of this game, Dev, one of the two devs of this game, as co-caster of the second tournament ever of this game. Hi Burns, and welcome to this second stream in a few months. It's been 2 months, I think, we've seen each other.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about seasons and tournaments for other games, it's not so bad. It's 2 months is fine. I mean, I was expecting to do another one maybe at release, but I saw some players getting really good at the game, and I thought, you know what, I think it's time for us to have another one and really get to analyze matches that are really high end. Like, we've got some really, really good players and good moves that were played, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, newcomers to this 8-person tournament as before. It's the same setting. There's a match for third place as well, with some money on the line for the first, second, and third place. And we like you said, we have newcomers. We have the champion of the last one that has come back for this tournament, and let's get right into the brackets. I think let's show this a bit. Do you want to talk about the game a bit before, actually, because we might have some new people on here. Let's just let's get, what is Athelan Battlegrounds, Burns?
So Athelan Battlegrounds is a PvP turn-based tactics game. So it is essentially, if you're a fan of like Final Fantasy Tactics, XCOM, or Tactics Arena Online, it is pretty much inspired by these games. It's meant to be very competitive, very in-depth, a bit hard to learn, but not too hard. It's just incredibly hard to master. So you can quickly see the difference between a good and a bad player at the game. And it's also set in a futuristic, like cyberpunk world, where champions are essentially representing the planets that they come from, and they fight in the arena in order to kind of protect their planet from being taken over by other worlds. And so it's kind of like the trade-off where planets will submit a champion, and the champion is bound to the system of the Athelan Battlegrounds to fight there forever, really.
Yeah.
And in order to just keep their world from going to war.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly as well, it's not only different worlds, but also different eras of different worlds a bit, or are those just different worlds at different time in their progression?
Well, it's just any life in the universe, I would expect, isn't necessarily at the same place as another one would be, right? Like, some of them might have evolved later, some of them might just be not so good at going through the phases that we've been through as humans, for example, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, we do have characters that look like they're medieval, others that look like complete monsters, and others might just be super evolved or futuristic, right? So I do like that as a designer myself, because I get to make whatever I come up with. It's fun. And as long as I can plug the lore and tie it to the main idea, it's cool. And I get to also, especially with our skins, instead of being like in League of Legends where it's like just a costume, it's more like an alternate timeline of the champion.
Yeah,
like
wherever, if he comes from somewhere else, or from another era of his own planet, for example.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be like, for example, Ming has a skin coming up where she is actually a warlord. And in her original lore, her parents were killed by another champion, an assassin. But in the timeline of her skin, her parents were never killed, and so she became like a warlord, like her parents wanted her to be.
Yeah.
And so it gets different visuals. It's just fun. I was thinking for a while that it would be cool if a skin would also be tied to like different abilities, but then it just became way too much to handle.
Yeah.
So maybe if I was a billionaire, I would, but with the small budget I had, I couldn't go with
Yeah,
this route.
even as a
Yeah.
player, as you said, it's quite difficult. It's not that difficult to learn. Basically, it's chess with some special abilities that you choose
Yeah, crack
because
cocaine. Yeah.
yeah, because you exactly because you do your own board with the champions you want. You can double up some of the champions. Even like Ming, you said you can only have 10 Mings if you want. That's 10v10. You could, and we'll see something akin to that in a few minutes. But that's the other thing. Like most characters, most champions have between 2 and 3 abilities. Some of them, for example, Ehrlich, it's one ability is divided in 3 different ways that the ability works, right? But
Well, let's. The best way to see it is more like there's up to 2 active abilities,
yeah,
and sometimes one of those abilities will be a passive,
yeah,
but each ability themselves might have like different functionalities. So
ex-
Ehrlich is fairly unique in the sense that like he can modify, and that's kind of like the passive where he can modify the element of his sword before casting the his wave. But there's others like Diana who has like a different functionality, like her health is replaced by the shards, which is not presented as an ability, but it's more like a passive for the character itself, right?
yeah,
Um, I try to keep it fairly basic. You know, like in League of Legends, you'll have a passive and 4 abilities, and
yeah.
sometimes you'll have things like Aphelios, who just has essentially like a PhD level kit where you just have to read 3 books to understand what's happening. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible, while still keeping enough complexity and choices for people to really get to build creative teams. And that's what I like about what I saw for the teams in this tournament is that we have some very different teams, which is good because in Tactics Arena Online, the other game that most of the inspiration came from, uh, once people found that Turtle is more or less kind of like always the best way to play,
Mm,
you'll almost always see this in high-end tournaments, right?
yeah.
So this is something I definitely wanted to avoid, and I think we succeeded. So I'm happy to see the teams that we got in the tournament.
Yeah, and
Yep.
even though it's technically early access right now, there's already been a few patches changing up a bit what different characters can and will do, and just the amount of characters you can have on the field. For example, Skern recently had a maximum of 2 on your field, and now it's opened up to 10 if you want.
Yep.
There's also those adjustments that maybe didn't exist in Tactics Arena before because I think it was made and maybe not adjusted in time.
Yeah,
Like
well,
you
the
can
Tactics
correct
Arena
me.
Online had some servers for a while, but in terms of like new champions, it was fairly rare for them to
Yeah,
get them, and balance patches were also quite rare.
yeah,
So I'm trying to be really on top of things. Like
exactly.
as people get better at the game, have a really deep understanding of like the micro of each move. We are like making small changes to make sure that like there's consistency with the rules, but also um, like allow for some good outplays.
Yep.
But recently we did an overhaul of how the AOE's are taken into account on the board, just to make sure that like there's no weird shenanigans where things like hit twice instead of once.
Yep.
So yeah, the rule set is getting tighter. Everything is getting a lot cleaner
Yep.
as we go. It's a lot of thanks to like our players who've taken the time to really understand the gameplay and give feedback. That's been very helpful.
Yeah. And let's maybe get a look at this bracket, at this first round bracket. We'll go through every matches, 8 matches today. Those matches, just to say, they've already happened. We do know the winner of the tournament already on our side. We haven't watched every match to keep some of the spice up in the air,
Yeah.
but so all of those matches did happen already, so we'll be able also to go back in time if we need. If you have any question in chat, don't hesitate if you want to see something else about what
Yeah,
just happened.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. If
Yeah,
people want breakdowns of certain moves,
yeah,
like sometimes you might just make me or hear me make a call like, oh, this should have been a healing turn,
yeah,
or maybe this move should have happened this or that way. We can go over these moves and take our time, go back and replay something.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
And so I'll just show the bracket, which I realize you won't have on your screen the way we're set up, Burns, but that's what we see right now on the screen. Actually, you'll be like 8 seconds behind. I just realized you do have like
It's fine.
20 screens up right now. And they are in order of match we'll see today. This is the first round, and you'll see maybe a familiar name that you just saw on screen. First match with Burns, the man himself, the big boss. That you were the big boss for a lot of people coming in the beta, in the demo, here in the early access phase of the game.
Honestly, it took until a few weeks ago before I took my first loss, and then we have 3 different people in this tournament alone who actually got at least a win on me.
Yeah.
In the past, so like it's like I said, really high caliber of players.
Yep.
And I only know the matches that I played in this tournament. I didn't watch any of the other ones because I wanted to make sure that I was just as surprised as anybody else watching.
Yeah. And we'll get to see some pretty heavy hitters match up. Like you said, we have two new players. I think there was Aristocat, which is the next one. We'll go player by player because there's you against Locopir, a newcomer to this tournament as well. Technically, you are as well since you weren't there in the last one. That's what I meant to say as a newcomer, but. Yeah, you're kind of part of the community, I guess.
I suppose, yeah. But so Loco ended up joining last minute to help us with getting like a full tournament.
Okay.
Dell was there last time.
Yes.
Right. Aristocat was the winner of the first tournament.
Champion.
Yeah, and now we have Rebirth and War Elephant, who are actually brothers, and currently I would say like. Pretty much up there with the best players.
Yep.
And then we have Lerp, who was there last time, as well as Bugs. So I actually can't wait to see this side of the bracket because I haven't seen most of those matches.
Yep. And we have Rebirth and War Elephant, like I said, newcomers to this tournament, but they've come in with a lot of tactics already, a lot of knowledge about this genre of game, from what I gathered. So I think it might be time for your first match and our first match between you and Locopir. Let's get in there. I'll put our pretty faces on the screen just while I set this up because of course it's always a challenge. And now is it normal that I'm not okay? And now you see, that's why there was actually a problem. Yep. Okay, good. I had to fix a small problem. I'm sorry about that. But now we'll get to see the game, which is kind of important, I guess. So let me just set this up again. Everything always going so well. And Riamdel in the chat telling us that the second match will be a mirror match from the first tournament. So we'll get to see a match that already happened, a revenge maybe on your part, Del, because Aristocat did win the whole tournament. So let's go with the first match. Let's load it up. And we are in Locopir against Burns. I would say you are the favorite in here. And we'll see a special tactics that you use. We talked about it. 9 Mings, 1 and so that's 1 healer on your side, and then 9 characters, the same one, which are really just go in and F shit up on the other side, right?
Yeah. I don't mind cursing, by the way. But
good.
So 9 Mings to me. Initially, when I first made this board, was kind of like a troll idea. I'm like, it's going to be a funny thing, and we'll see what happens. But it ended up being kind of undefeated for a long while, and then eventually I took a loss against somebody who played it out really well. And since then, it hadn't really lost. And then I figured, why not use it in the tournament? And so this is where we are. So Loco right now is actually using the standard deck. So this is the default deck that you get when you start playing the game, which is honestly not that bad of a starter kit. It actually covers a lot of things. So
Yep, and maybe just before we start, we see the token is red, so that means Lockapir will start after the heads or tails throw. But there is also a sentry on his side, a construct, which you do not need to destroy to win the game. So if any people in the chat didn't know, are new here, this sentry, this is the one in the center right here. You don't have to destroy it. You have to destroy everything but constructs in this game. And let's go with the first move. Let's just go right ahead with that default against the Ming Dynasty, which I find really funny in Reamdale. So let's see. He goes forward. There we go. Some Garrick just getting in some hits. He'll get to have 3 hits.
Yeah, honestly, like you might as well use whatever AoE you have, right? In this case, Ehrlich can't really get a line of multiple targets just yet.
Yep.
And anything else on the team right now isn't really multi-hitting except for Garrick.
Yeah.
So it's a good starter move. Personally, I would always start with Sentry here, just because it immediately puts pressure on one of the Mings, and it either takes her out or considers maybe an immediate single target heal. So that might have been a better move, but Garrick is just fine.
Yeah, you would have gone fireball, right? Like just to push like half health on one of those Mings, which makes a lot of sense. So let's go. Your answer, getting right in the furthest you can get, and trying this whirlwind move. This whirlwind moves which pushes away and can. This is my favorite move of the game. You can push people off the board and just get rid of them. And Ehrlich is getting close. It's getting damn close.
So the point of playing a main comp like this is to get as much value as possible for each move, right? Yep. So her thrust attack already hits 2 targets. Yep. And the whirlwind can hit everybody around her and then even get bump damage on the person in the further, one more tile further than that, right? So if you keep doing this with all of your characters, like you're going to be applying a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Yeah. And because of the thrust being able to poke one target further ahead, you also get to hit people who are body blocked by somebody else on the enemy.
Yes.
So it's really difficult to find the right position to go against.
Yep. And just to say also, we saw one of the mechanics we didn't really explain is the second tournament. I think we can go around those basic mechanics of this game.
The block?
The block. Yeah, the block.
Right. So I'll go for it. Yeah. So essentially all champions have a block chance. I mean, some of them have 0% block chance, but like whenever you have a chance to block, it is applied at full value from the front, at half value from the sides, and you cannot block from the back. We give the advantage to the attacker for anything that's like 45 degrees and up, right? So if you're at exactly 45 degrees, you'll get the side hit. Or if you're doing it from like side to back, 45 degrees will give you a back hit. So exactly that, yeah.
So we got one block here on the hit, but still Ehrlich gets the full shot, even though he does have a 30% chance, which is not that low. Garrick with the 70% is the block master usually, but that's why he gets it in this with a 35% chance he had actually in that instance. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Ehrlich just answers, ignites. You're in fire. This Ming will get some damage on for the 4 next turn.
Unless I heal. So all healing will cleanse Ignite.
Exactly. And then he hides, which I'm not sure. Would you hide that fast with Early? Because he needs to get in the thick of it.
No, absolutely not. Actually, because beyond hiding here, he's also just opening a path to the cleric, right? Like if he had stayed where he was, he would block me from moving in. Yeah. So moving there was definitely not the best move, especially because I whirlwinded with the first hit, right? So he still needs 2 hits to die. So this means he's essentially like not going to die on the next hit taken. He's better off staying where he was. Yeah.
Yep. And then your answer, getting in from the other side, another block from Garrick, but his own
it's been the theme of my playing this tournament is everybody else is blocking shit and I'm not. That's it is what it is, but it's all right.
Oh, and now, maybe did not realize that. Well, you did get a lot more damage, but with that whirlwind, it does some damage on Garrick, which could have blocked, I guess. Can you block the
Yeah,
bump? Yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is blockable. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean that's a chance he took, and then that Ming can get a bit further in, but the heal is coming in, and then well, you're pretty much full health, and you got a full other hit that Ming on the left side can take, and Lockapir is gonna answer with his own heal, which might
Yeah.
be a bit early actually.
Exactly. It is
Yeah.
early. And it also opens up my Ming who first attacked to get out of
Yes.
the tower range and get a lot of damage value again. So
Yep. Getting right here and
exactly what we're
now.
doing. Uh,
Yes. And now you have a full path to Anne, which may die a lot earlier than you than Lockapir wanted, and
yeah.
4 cooldown turns. So you still get another attack with Ming, and then you can get on Anne if that Ming doesn't die.
Yeah, it's pretty safe so far.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing Diana trying to infiltrate for the for my Anne,
Yep.
which I mean, in certain circumstances, it might make sense. But I'm going to be applying a lot of pressure to their team, and so Diana getting isolated and going all the way to the edge of the board is likely going to have to deal with a Ming pushing her off, right? So it's a bit risky and a bit of a loss of tempo as well, because this move wasn't followed up by an attack, and
Yep.
so I'm just moving in. You know, I've got
Exactly.
a kill
Now,
already. Yeah,
the only bodyguard that Han had, like close to her, is down, and that Diana is getting isolated quite fast. But then, with only moves and no attacks, she can keep moving. No cooldowns. She can keep getting
yeah,
in there. But now, oh look who's there! And you see, only 1 damage. That's the thing. The Diana part, the shards part of Diana. She
yeah,
doesn't get a number damage. She has 5 hits that she can take. Right?
yeah. So let me explain something here. So
Yep.
this move, when you look at it, it seems a bit weak, right? Where I'm walking back for a one-hit shard, right?
Yep.
But the point of moving this Ming specifically is that now if she wants to take a hit on Diana, so if Diana wants to take a hit on my Anne, he has to be on the edge of the board,
Yes.
right? If I didn't move there, she could have walked in front of Anne, and instead now she's going to be on the edge, which means I'm just going to push her off the board.
Yeah.
That's that. But that's the
Which-
threat here. Which she
Uh,
does. Yeah,
Yes,
there it is.
and now the plan has worked. The trap has been set and has been walked upon. Oh, but still, you can't use it. You can do it right now, which is okay. One cooldown.
Yeah, so
you get a
this is
whirlwind
another
there.
thing to teach people here. It's cooldown management or tempo, right?
Mm.
So if the Diana is on cooldown, there's not an immediate need for me to attack her. I already know I can push her off
Yeah.
the board. So I'm better off doing something else that's more active first. So now I get another kill. And I'm also threatening their Anne getting pushed off.
And so now, let's keep going. Garrick is gonna get back in, trying to get some protection for his hand, which I mean, in this case, it's the move to make to get something protecting Anne. But that Diana is gone. Off the board she goes.
Exactly.
Oh, and now you just lost the big shard advantage. The fact that you can sustain many hits, even though they can be powerful, they can be any kind of hits. You just lost those. And that Anne is free to keep going, even though she's 1 hit from most attacks in this game right now. 12 HP.
Yeah. Well,
It's not
this
a
is
lot.
it's also why I killed the archer, right?
Yeah,
If-
yes, you did kill Riker earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. If you take the archer off the board, then it doesn't matter if my Anne has 1 health left. Like nobody's going to get to her for a few turns, so I'm
Yep.
very safe.
And now pressure, you're on the side of pressure right now, getting rid of whatever is left between you and the enemy's healer, and you get the end the same way.
Yep.
The same way.
Exactly.
You just keep pushing people. The Ming Dynasty is in full effect right now, pushing people off the streets and into the void. And yeah, and now that trade is more than fair, right? Losing your Ming for the An. when
Absolutely.
You
Always.
have
Yeah,
8
yeah.
other Mings on the board right now. Like, let's look at that. It's your first loss, and you have a 3-man advantage going on right now.
Yeah, so far so good. Honestly, it's
Oh,
there's another block, of course. Yeah, this is my life, I suppose. So far we have 3 blocks from this. If you want to keep count,
yeah,
right? Because
this
it's gonna
one,
get worse
Garrick.
later. Yeah. So now I'm at 2 Mings down, which is okay. It's fine. Dealing with 4 Garricks with Mings is particularly annoying, just in general. I've actually played games before against a full Garrick team, and I ended up winning off of blocks, which
Yeah.
is like unlikely.
Yeah, usually
So
you're the one getting fucked by those blocks.
yes,
And not just maximizing the damage it can do. I mean,
yeah,
that's fair. That's the way to go, I guess. In this case, 3 of those
yeah,
Mings haven't moved. They're just there. You can hit the 3 of them with your flail. Why not go? And now you move and always one step back, so you force him to move up to you.
yeah,
That
exactly.
adds a cooldown turn, right?
Yeah, of course. But also, it's a matter of making sure that you ideally don't grant access to your back, right?
Yes.
Generally speaking, it's just a good thing to have. Besides, if I had been one further ahead, I'd be also in range of tower, right?
Yes.
So I always try to keep in mind the range of sentry and the cooldown of sentry because fireball. So the point of a big fireball hit is mostly to reduce the amount of hits taken to kill someone, right? So it's okay to take damage voluntarily sometimes, just not from really large hitting stuff,
Exactly.
because you still want to, on average, take about 3 hits to kill. Right? That's what you want to keep in mind.
Yep.
And so that's also how you select when to heal. Is like, is this heal going to cause your champions to change threshold from like
Yep.
1 hit to 2 hit or 2 hit to 3 hits?
Yeah. And like in this game, much like other tactics game, HP is a resource, right? And especially in this one, you can win with only one champion on the board. You don't have to have any more than one champion getting the last hit on the other last champion. So
Yep,
health is only a resource. You don't have to keep them like in XCOM for your next mission, right? You don't want to keep
that's
those
right. Yeah,
characters. So you gotta always keep in mind that losing characters can be a great move if it forces the opponent to do something specifically. And in
yeah,
this
absolutely.
case, Garrick
You can
has
you
to
can
go in, has to do some damage, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is also why there's friendly fire in the game, right? Like
Yes.
it helps you be mindful. Well, it makes you be mindful of your like where you're positioning your AOE's, but also sometimes like uh, creates kind of the incentive of like hitting yourself to do something better after. Like Diana, for example, can take friendly fire to explode people later,
Yep.
or we have Kiwok who can take friendly fire to stack himself up. So yeah.
Yep. Now you healed, and most of your Mings are now in the 3 hits territory. So it goes without saying that heal is doing a lot of work to get you to keep you in the game, in the rhythm, and actually in the lead in this moment. As
Yeah, of course. Like whenever you're in a position like this where there's a lot of champions that were taken off the board and Anne is dead, it's usually more of a cleanup job at this point. You know, like kind
yeah,
of like in chess where if you took somebody's queen and the other person didn't get any value from it, the rest is just consolidating the game, right? Unless I make like a few critical mistakes, it's impossible to lose at this
mm,
point.
and that's what we'll see now.
Yeah. So here,
Yeah.
bit of a mistake from Loco.
Yeah.
It happens. Sometimes you click on your champion, and if it's a construct, it can't move, so it doesn't default to movement, right?
Default to
It
attack.
defaults to attack, and then some people forget to click outside the range or press escape or change champions, and so I've seen a few people attack themselves like this. Unfortunate, but hey, it's how you learn.
Yep, exactly. The worst mistakes are the easiest to keep in mind after, right?
Yeah.
And now we'll just keep going, picking off with that lance, with that spear, slowly but surely. And as you can see, that sentry didn't get any damage from the Garrick hit. That's because it's 100% physical armor sentry.
Yeah,
That
it just
construct
makes sense,
specifically.
right? Like if you're a tower, I don't think people should
Yeah.
be able to take you down with swords and spears.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe if you have a cannon arm, but that would technically be magic in this game, I think.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Yeah.
so it would go on that 20% magic armor. And now, like you said, just picking them off one after one. Only 3 alive that you need to get rid of right now. The sentry, of course, is not needed in this case. And
Yeah. So
ma-
we're easily closing out the game at this point.
yeah.
He's also basically helping me right now. So
Yeah, like he got it.
yeah,
Lokopir is all knowing, all too well knowing of his fate right now, and that fate is going on the bench next to all of his characters. As you can see, uh, something that I do find funny that was I think it was Bugs that mentioned it last tournament.
oh,
If you get the
if you
sentry, if you kill the sentry, it
yeah,
does get to sit with the team on the
yeah.
side.
Yeah, it's a nice little seat, perfectly fitting for an entire freaking building.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's
Yeah,
the thing. Like, it's small on the board, but technically, it's a full building, right? Technically,
yeah,
it is a full tower. As you just won, Burns.
yeah. With 6 Mings left, not too bad.
6 out of 9s and still in the back, even though there was some trial and error. And now we get 628 res from Ladok TFT. Holy shit! Let's go. Let's get
Nice.
going. Hi
Hey
guys.
everyone, nice. So you guys are just arriving on the tail end of our first match of the tournament.
Yes.
So for people who are new here, Athelan Battlegrounds is a turn-based tactics game. It's a PvP one, so if it's kind of like a mix of if you're familiar with Tactics Arena Online or Final Fantasy Tactics, XCOM, all that stuff, but with the champion design of League of Legends. So a lot of champions that are very inspired. Even the UI you'll see is very inspired by the game.
Yep.
And so I guess we could go pretty much straight into match 2 to show people what the game is
Yeah,
about.
let's go. Let's get right in. Match 2 of a 8-match tournament. It's a quarterfinals up to a finals, and we have a third place match. And let's get right in for this match with 2 guys coming back to fight against each other. Dell against if I recall,
Aristocat, the win.
Aristocat. Yeah, the champion.
Champion of the last tournament. Yeah. So he actually played really well this tournament as well, but he is the one who I ended up playing with in round 2, and
Yep.
that match will be something else to watch for sure.
Exactly. Token falls on blue side, which is Riemdale with quite a disperse tactic right here. I would say that
Yeah.
this
so
is not.
this is
Yeah.
this is called actually a centralized aggro comp,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So you've got a lot of backline range going on, and you're spread out across the entire board. So this backline can reach just about anywhere at any given time on the
Yes.
board, and this front line is really hard to get through, right?
Yep.
Like, of course, it's fairly easy to infiltrate if I was playing like a Ming comp here, mostly
Yep.
because there's so many gaps, right? But not everybody is playing like a full front line Mings. And so most people you'll see play like a one-side turtle, like this team that Aristocat is playing. And so from here, now Riemdel can reach him from just about anywhere. So we'll see how the game goes.
Yeah, and it's also the first time we'll get to see Guardian Zero, the new character that was available for this tournament, which is another sentry. You don't have to defeat him to get through and win the game. But in any case, it's a shield guy. It's a don't damage my people guy. It's a cool guy. Guardian Zero is a cool guy.
Yeah, that's the latest release of the game. So
Yeah.
very defensive unit, but surprisingly capable of like just being close-ish to the front line and really bringing tons of value.
Yep.
So let's go into the first move. Yeah.
Yep. And just
All right.
Striker getting hit in the face makes sense, I guess.
Well, it's a side hit, so it's maybe not the best
Oh,
move
yeah.
here. Like especially because you have an Eichlin that's basically so close. But the thing is, like, if you look at where Eichlin is positioned, she would have had to move 1 forward to get a triple hit, right?
Yep.
And if she did, she'd be locked up for 3 turns. And with 2 archers, she was guaranteed to die unless we had the support of Guardian Zero.
Yeah.
So chip damage can be good at times. At least having Garrick right in the front like this means his damage reduction is really high.
Yes.
So far, he's pretty safe.
Yeah, because that's the is passive as well. The more there are people in his range, he gets one reduction, right? Take one less that. Yeah, exactly. One less
Yeah.
damage per hit for any enemies in his range. So now we'll get a block. There he goes, Riker. This thing is down, and now that's the Guardian Zero's passive getting on.
Yeah, so every turn, if it is unharmed, it increases in range and increases in damage reduction as well,
Yep.
up to a maximum of 3. So it's pretty good as a defensive unit for turtles as well, because you can
Yes.
kind of bunch up your units in the passive.
And
So
now,
that's
big
a
wall.
decent prophylactic move here from Aristocrat. The point being, like, if you don't have any immediate threat, right, coming from something, like if there's a potential kill coming up, putting drones out really is going to help you in the mid to late game afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, because they'll be here all the time if you don't hit them, if you don't get rid of them as fast as possible. And now you got to go around, and it's also a move that also it was blocked, right? It was blocked, so that move only gets rid of the drones that was just put up. You don't give the advantage, but you do lose some tempo because you cannot do damage. You cannot go further in that turtley tactics that Aristocat is using. The same one he used last tournament to win the tournament. He did some changes throughout the tournament, but in that case, he's getting inside. He's sending one Garrick on a mission, trying to get rid of everyone.
It's good, honestly. Like, so far, Aristocat's got the edge mostly because the move selection from Dell is a bit weak here. Like a bit of chip damage on the Riker and a hit on the drone. So far, he's got a Garrick that's about to die. Not so great, yeah.
Oh.
All right, it's a move. It's a move. So again, very passive, right? We're still looking at little to no damage being dealt to Aristocat, and Garrett can still kind of just hit these icicles and walk out of this. So what you want to do when you're dealing with an infiltrator like this, I know that intuitively you would think, oh, I should put the ice prison around the target, but really it's more like you want to force the champion to move first and then attack an icicle. And so you want to put the icicles ahead of the target.
Yep.
That way, if they want to get through, they'll spend a lot more time to get past the icicles.
Yeah.
So here we have the obvious hit from Riker, but kind of a weird time to do this because now we can just get a shield from Guardian Zero.
Which will prevent any damage getting in.
Yeah, as expected.
Exactly. So that's the good answer from Dell currently in the chat. You did something good. You did something good, dude.
Yeah, still has a dude that's about to die, but technically right now, how much health does Riker have left? Yeah, okay, he's just gonna have to retreat, but with a trick shot, can you hover to health? Yeah, 6.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Anne were to heal here, would essentially force Aristocat to do another hit on Riker.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's just taking the depth here. Or more chip damage. I don't know about that. So it's nice to have the swipe of Garrick, right? But the side hits, they're not very strong. And the point of the side hits is more to either finish someone off, turn off a shield, or like cancel a channeling of some kind. Don't want to like use it just for damage because it doesn't really do much.
Yeah. Like the main hit is a good amount of damage, but then you get that side hit for like you said, destroying that thing. Also a shards for Diana, which no matter the damage she loses charge. So you want her close to someone, and then just side hitting with Garrick will be maybe the best way to go for that. And now that Garrick,
we have
he's lost.
Yeah, but not only this, like if you look at the move selection, it's very precise here, where you have the Garrick blocking the path to the Anne here, right?
Yeah.
So always making sure that you keep your cleric alive. Important.
Yeah, that's why you can only have one of her on your board. She's really, really powerful. Of course, she cannot hit anyone. She's too gentle for that, but she'll be healing all around. And now that Riker won't die with that. So that's a lot of damage, but still no definitive hit on Dell's side, which,
There is a way to finish it off with Eichlin here
yeah,
if he finds the
getting
move.
in, getting the big blast. And there we go.
Okay, that's a weird move selection here. So he chose to hit himself
Yes.
to get a hit on Volta, when instead he could have just moved one tile to the left here and actually hit only 2 targets without hitting himself. Like this
Yes.
friendly fire damage was unnecessary and might actually cost him the Garrick entirely.
Yeah, Garrick now is in one-hit territory, like you said.
Yeah,
That's the most
there it is.
important thing. Oh, and that
Ooh.
one hit will not finish him.
That's weird because so whenever you do a selection of attack, when you hover before attacking, you get the number that's for the damage that's going to be dealt.
Yep.
So you should have seen that it's going to be 13, and he could have just undone his movement and hit with something else. It could have been um, Riker potentially.
Yeah, you've got.
We're going to get more chip damage. Ah, come on, Dell, please stop doing that. Like that's a lot of missed moves here.
Yeah, and now he's just gone. He's done 8 damage to Anne, which is not that much, and she's gonna heal. She's gonna heal sometime near in the future. Gonna get her first move in. And now he's trying to move in, right? Because you're obliged to do it against this kind of positioning from Aristocat. So Dell is trying to move in. But
really, like he had 4 range backline.
yeah,
right?
You're right.
Like,
you're right.
Could have absolutely just kind of slowly creeped in with AoEs or ranged attacks. Yeah.
Now this shield, 2 drones. Oh, that's a great drone because most of the characters are on the right hand side, right? So you get a big wall getting in, forcing you to go on the edge here, which you don't have a lot of stuff you can do. But still, you have a Riker, you have the Eichlin, you can get the range in and just ignore those drones. But Aristocat is mostly doing great moves, right? He's mostly doing moves that are thought out. He's the champion.
Mostly. I don't know about this drone move, especially walking through the drone afterwards.
Okay.
Because now he just kind of puts Volta up in there. I mean, I get that the point here is to body block the Eichlin, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
But then it could have been moved first. I know that he wants to also body block with the drones themselves. So I'm assuming that's what he was thinking about. But I don't know if he needed to get the body blocked drone here necessarily.
The chip damage on himself in that case.
Well, honestly, it was just 5 damage. It's not the end of the world, but he is vulnerable to death now.
Yeah. Even though that eel just came in, there's the trick shot by Riker also falling on Volta. And then a heal here, which I'm not sure who was needing. Eichlin?
Eichlin. Yeah, Eichlin was needing it, yeah. But the problem is, like, earlier I talked about the importance of considering the amount of hits necessary to kill, right?
Yep.
And this heal on the Eichlin right now makes her still within range of dying in 1 hit.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's still possible. And now we see a good block. Volta just getting with the force shield against that Riker, who's just so sad right now, crying in his helmet. And he's gonna get smacked by a trick shot by his own guy. His own himself is gonna shoot him in the back.
Unfortunate, yeah. Aristocat, this tournament had a lot of blocks. Once again, though, with the shield coming in clutch from Guardian Zero, I did speak to Aristocat about his match with Dell, and it was his first exposure to Guardian Zero, and so a lot of his trick shots he just completely forgot that the Guardian Zero could shield it before the arrow landed.
And second time's the charm. Second time's the charm.
Yes.
Yeah, the S was not at the right place, right? But in any case, Riker gets it and goes back crying a bit less. He got rid of Volta finally.
Yeah, but now we have a. I think you might have missed it a little up there, but Aristocat went for a hit on the Anne, and she is still on cooldown. So I think we're about to see a kill on the Anne, pretty much.
Yeah, probably next round because both Garrick and Anne will be. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So here's an interesting thing, right? All this effort was put into body blocking this Eichlin from going in, but then she still gets this 4-hit value, right?
Yes.
So this is why I was questioning the move with Volta, where you might as well let her get in because she's gonna get in since she was shielded, and instead just maybe move a target out of that 4-man AOE, right? Or that
Yeah,
3-man AOE. At least now, this Eichlin is 1 hit from death. Yeah.
It
Of
should be
course,
20. Does depend on the attack, right,
yeah.
against her. But that Garrick could
Aside
get rid, yeah.
a side hit from Garrick or a trick shot from
Riker.
Not Ehrlich, but from Riker would get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that Anne is gone, as you suspected, and that Garrick is stuck. But as you said, stuck only for 1 turn, and he's gonna get some damage. But could have put those icicle maybe in front here to do some temporization tempo to get control of the center of the map.
Yeah, I mean, I would say actually at this point you're better off dealing damage
Okay.
for sure. Like if you count the amount of dead moves from Dell, we had a chip damage on Riker, chip damage on 2 guys, and we had 2 icicles that didn't provide any value, right?
Yeah.
So that's 4 moves or 4 tempos kind of given away, right? And definitely like didn't get much value from either of those moves.
Yeah. And since
Still,
on his
still
side, Aristocat is not doing those many unforced errors, mistakes that you can easily, with some analysis, right? You got to learn sometimes as well. But you can, if you move forward in the next tournament, in the next match you'll play, you gotta not do that. You need to make the most out of each move because whenever you do one dead move, as you say, well, you're losing tempo. You're just falling behind straight away. You're falling behind, and
yeah.
now he's falling behind a lot. Let's just look at those characters, like 2-man advantage, and then HP wise, not that good because of that Eichlin that did get really far.
Yeah,
But
but Eichlin is alive, right? So she'll
yes,
not Eichlin, but I mean Anne is alive, so she'll get a
yes,
heal. But the other thing also is so Dell went for a Garrick that was already doing more or less nothing.
yes.
Meanwhile, there's a Garrick at the back who's been slapping everybody in the ass.
Yes.
So this would be the priority to go for right now. Like it's on cooldown. It's a easy quick shot.
Yep.
Like there's stuff that he needs to do to get rid of it. But mostly, whenever you're trying to mount an attack, target selection matters a lot, and making sure that you have the correct sequence of champions to get the kill as fast as possible.
Yep.
Because that also gives you tempo back, right? It's like fewer units to use for the enemy team. It's less damage taken for your backline. Like here, really, like Dell needs to start selecting the right targets.
Yeah, and now that the eel has just come in, so most characters are back to 3 hits, but that Riker way in the back. So Aristocat is not really in any rush to get this one back up. And now,
another chip damage
yes,
that
exactly,
just does nothing. Yeah.
and going against that other one here, yeah, still some concerning decision making on Dell's side. And Aristocat still not wasting much time doing most of what he can do here. He's gonna block the path, right? He doesn't want Eichlin to get that close. I think that's part of the play here because you still have those icicles in her own way, in Riemdel's way. But still, getting on the corner
So
and
icicles again. Like
yes,
what? I don't understand. Like this is yeah, it's way too much time wasted. This is moves that you're essentially giving your opponent, and like it's not like Riker can't attack back. See, like we're just getting a trick shot just now.
Yep, and that Eichlin's gonna get 24 damage down on her.
Yeah, so she'll just die to Garrick right after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, or the other Rikers. Is that right?
I mean, okay, I guess sure.
Maybe trying to keep that Garrick to go for that Riker right in front. That might
Yeah,
be the idea here to keep moving forward and get rid of the 4 last characters on the board
yeah.
on
I mean,
Riemdel's
it's
side.
also like guaranteeing a hit, right? Because uh,
Yes,
Eichmann has 20% chance to block, which is not huge, but
but it's still.
it's there. Yeah.
Yep. And now a shield will come in to give Riker one more hit. And that
And
shield is up until you move or get hit, right?
uh, well, not quite. It's up until you move, get moved, or Guardian Zero takes damage.
Oh, okay. Or Guardian
So
Zero. Good.
yeah, Guardian Zero is the source. So if
Yes.
you hit it, the shield disappears.
Makes a lot of sense. And right now is just going after the last remnants of Riemdel's defense. Not much he can do considering the 2 Rikers still in the back who can dish out a lot of damage at range. The 3 Garricks just slowly getting in, the Assassin Squad,
Yeah.
which are not stealthy, but and now getting
But
rid
we
of the
also
shield,
have,
like you said.
well, like I was saying also earlier, like target selection. This Eichlin took a big hit, right? But
Yep.
like now the only way for it to die is the other Riker coming in and committing a hit to this, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so we're gonna get the kill here, and then we have a dead Riker pretty much right now. I'm assuming, yeah, that's expected.
Then
So, like I said earlier, when you get to this point in the game, it's really just cleaning up. In chess, normally you'd expect a surrender, but for the sake of the tournament, I'm sure people just played out the moves.
yeah, and for the sake of maybe learning a bit more against such a good player as Aristocat as well, you want to see, even if it's cleaning up, you want to see how he's doing it. I would take the time to just, oh no, and actually, we do get a surrender right here.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Del is going, and now, do I have to? Okay, it seems the replay is there. So I'll go on our face. Okay, there we go. There
Yeah,
we go.
takes a little while to,
Yeah,
to
exactly. It
register. It's
just
fine.
didn't register that Riemdel. Oh, I was about. It didn't register that Riemdel has taken a good move. That's what I was about to say. But that was a surrender. That's harsh. I'm sorry, Del. You're in the chat. You're fun. You played well. I'm sorry.
We love you, Dell. It's just
Yeah.
you need some practice for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. and he's here in the chat, not taking it too personally. So thank you. Thanks a lot for that. And I'll go right on our faces as we have our first semi-final matchup. You Burns against Aristocat, which will not be right now. We still have 2 matches going on for the brackets. I'll just show the brackets fast. So we have Burns and Aristocat getting on the second level, and then we'll go Rebirth against Lerp. Lerp, who was there last tournament. Rebirth is one of those new players that is highly competitive, and I say we go. I just wanted to show it quickly. And as I load into that match, we'll get to go for the 3rd battle of the 2nd Athelan Battlegrounds tournament. Are you okay with that, Burns? We'll just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I'm very excited to see the other side of the bracket for sure because I was hearing some good things about the matches there, and I want to see what kind of moves we're gonna get.
What is that name?
It's the best name.
What is
Guzzler
that
420.
name? Rebirth.
I love it. I just wanted to keep the surprise in the bracket. So yeah.
Yeah, and he's Rebirth in the chat as well. Like he's riffing Rebirth. It's a cool name. Why are you Don Guzzler 420? I hate myself for saying it right now. But in any case, too many fighting games. Yeah, it does make sense. In a 1v1 game, at least you don't have your teammate calling you that. You don't only have the enemy insulting you with that name. So I guess it makes a lot more sense.
I mean, if you own it, you know you can't be insulted by it. So
yeah, and that's the other thing. Indeed. So we see for the first time ever a 2 construct composition on Lerp's side here, because it was not possible before, right? You cannot get more than 1 sentry on your side, and Guardian Zero was not in the game. So we have only 8 characters to get rid of for Don Guzzler 420. Holy damn.
Yeah, it's also I think the first time we. 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 I think the first time we our Abyss monster, the Singular Mind,
Oh,
being
yes.
used. Yeah, like you can zoom out a little bit so that we can get like a better.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, he's great. He's terrifying,
so
and
for those that don't know, I'll explain it. But
yes,
uh, Abyss monsters are not champions that you can get from the store. They are they appear very rarely in a PvP match, and they appear off the board. And it becomes kind of a special event where the winner of the game wins the champion as a playable unit. And so those champions have a very unique design where they're kind of meant to be built around. Like your team composition will depend very much on that champion.
yep,
And so here it's being used specifically to be sort of like a replacement for for Kiwag.
yep,
So Kiwag, for those that don't know, is a champion that stacks up every time it takes damage or it deals damage, and each stack will give it bonuses for its attack and its stats. Right, so it starts out very weak, doesn't do much damage, doesn't move very far, but eventually it can teleport, it can AOE, it can root, it can one-shot
yep.
people. So it's like extremely dangerous, and so the game is going to be very much about making sure that he doesn't get stacked up. And the reason why Singular Mind is here is so that if it ever dies, Singular Mind can transform into it and retain all the stacks that were acquired. So
Exactly.
a lot of pressure. Yeah.
That's the big thing. He keeps the stacks and can then build upon those stacks even more. And that's why we'll get to see also a lot of Voltas on this side of the board, because the drones, we saw them earlier. We talked about hitting your own characters, your own champions for some reason. And Kiwag, well, he gets stacks every time he gets hit. So you just hit him yourself and you do the work, and it's gonna get crazy fast. And in that case, we're gonna see probably that Sentry and that Guardian Zero doing a lot of turtling at the beginning, I'm guessing, on Guzzler's side.
Well, you'll see how he plays it. It's very
Okay.
like sacrificing tempo to
Oh,
quickly get the stacks on Kiwag.
okay. So
That's why there's
let's.
multiple Voltas. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go right away. Lerp as the first round, and it's gonna be just a big attack on the Sentry and on one of the Voltas, getting in the thick of it right away.
Yep. We got the first drones being put down. So one of the things to consider, right, is like whenever you're putting down drones, there's only one attack in the game currently that can destroy both drones at the same time,
Yep.
and it's on a champion that people don't really use. It's Turn,
Yep.
and so whenever you're placing a bunch of drones like this with Volta, even if you as the opponent are trying to prevent the stacking from happening, if you use a turn to destroy one drone and if Volta starts placing other drones, there's still going to be three drones up afterwards, right?
Yep.
So
And they do
very hard
link
to
up
stop it from
with
happening.
each other. They even link with the enemy's drones, right?
Yeah, all drones connect
Exactly.
to each other.
Yeah.
So if you're playing Voltas into Voltas, I've seen boards being lightning blue all over the place. It's really fun. Yeah.
Maze of electricity. And we'll see how it plays out. And now Riker's gonna go ahead and hit that first drone, but then another Volta's coming in and doing the same thing, right?
Yeah,
One
of
there,
course.
and then one there, exactly. So you don't even have a link with that one yet, but you'll get to use it further down the line, and it just keeps going. And now 4 stacks because it's 2 attacks. And another drone
So
down.
we're seeing what I was talking about, where now all the turns are being used to get the drones, right?
Yes.
And the problem with that is that you can only kill one drone at a time currently.
Yep.
So you would be a lot better off really using things like Eichlin or anything else to deal damage either directly to Kiwa
Yep.
to kill him before he gets stacks, or start pressuring other things to kind of take the attention away from stacking up the Kiwa. Currently, every action from our favorite name here, Don Guzzler 420, is about getting the stacks on the Kiwa, and he gets to do it. So it's very good for him.
Yeah, and then you combine that with the fact that Guardian Zero is here as well, so he gets less damage. So the
Yeah.
stacks are easier and will have to come in a bit later in the game, so you have more time to stack it up. And then the singular mine will just be, hey, you know, you're dead. I'm you now. And we're just going forward with that. And now that Athelan is getting closer, but not doing anything. Is she? Yep. Not doing anything. And now another one, and only 1 damage from each hit. That's not a lot to get 3 stacks on
Yeah,
Kiwog.
so actually, this here, once the Guardian Zero is fully stacked up,
Yep.
we'll have the innate damage reduction from Kiwag, right? And
Yes.
he's going to start negating all of the drone damage. So I'm not sure about the Guardian Zero here necessarily.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the point is to get him quickly and safely to, I think it's 15 stacks before the damage reduction goes up to 2.
Let's see here. Reflect 1 pure damage. Take 1 less. It's 10.
At 20
10 is,
stacks. Yeah,
it
okay,
would be
20
12
stacks.
stack. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what next.
Yeah. Just.
Even more drone damage? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is unfortunate for Lurp, but he's essentially more or less panicking. He's like, oh shit, I can't let him stack up. And he's losing all of his turns without really putting any real pressure anywhere. Yeah. So, okay, as I said, he's already negating all of the damage.
Yes.
Can you check his number of stacks currently?
He's at 10, if I'm correct.
Okay. I'm
Would that
pretty
be-
sure he
Yep,
shouldn't be getting stacks anymore then from the drones.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
because no damage has been dealt, he's not
Yeah.
getting any stack.
Exactly. One thing that could be a move for Don Guzzler here would be to hit his own Guardian Zero. You know, to kind of just reset the passive.
Yes.
And that's an option because right now I feel like it's a few turns of losing potential stacks.
Yep. And now he's just gonna get in and start use. Oh, and now he's getting out of range, right?
See, yeah. So, and like I said, I think that might have not been the best move here.
Okay.
He's now in range of being hit by other stuff, and all that just to be outside of the range of his Guardian Zero when he could have just hit Guardian Zero.
Yeah. But now a lot of damage will be dealt. Still, at 15 stack, he's starting to get dangerous, that Kiwog, already. And that singular mine will be able to just copy him in any case. So I do think it's starting to get a bit scary, especially with all those moves kind of lost on destroying drones. But now we see some good damage on Lerp's side. Still, that Kiwog almost dead, and Volta getting some damage in as well. Like,
yeah, but the Kiwog is also at 16 stacks, about to be probably, where we go?
Oh,
value
yeah,
from the Sentry here.
Yeah. The Sentry bringing him up to 19 then, and already used their heal. So Kiwog is down, but still on the board because Singular Mine will probably change into him. And there we go. It's back in 19 stacks and 60 HP on the board.
Yeah, it's about to get brutal. Yeah.
Yes. Because he also does, his attack gets 1 extra damage for every stack, right? At this point?
Yeah, and that stacks infinitely. So all of the bonuses that you can get from Kiwog stop at 25, except the damage, which go on for however many stacks you have. So I've seen Kiwogs get upwards of like 40 to 60 stacks. It gets crazy. And the moment you get over 50, you're pretty much one-shotting everything in the game.
Yes, in that case, already at 21, you're 2-shotting Garrix or almost. So it's getting crazy. You're like going in or coming back in. Yeah, coming back in. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, it's just so Ehrlich. Ever since we added the icicles to his ice, has been very good as a sort of control mage, offensive mage, just like high damage and high utility kind of guy. Like whenever a cleric is on cooldown, you can apply fire and end up dealing a ton of damage for 1 hit. You can also have the lightning, which has an extended range, or in this case, icicles, which is very good at just both dealing damage, slowing down the infiltrators, and also preventing infiltration altogether.
Yep. And in that case, it's precisely put in the way of everyone's team, of Lerp's team, everyone on Lerp's team, which is what I meant to say. And now we'll see a heal on Lerp's side, getting some more mileage from Garrick in the back. There's still that Volta like hidden here, kind of forgotten. Well, she's not dangerous right now. I'm just pointing it out. And now this one.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like right now we're seeing a lot of drone value just in general,
Yes.
right? It's good, but we'll see what Lerp ends up doing. I feel like I don't know I don't remember like, if the match was supposed to be close or not, but for now I know that Lerp kind of gave away at least 5 tempos overall,
Yes.
just trying to deal with the drones. And now he's like very dead set on going for the for this guy. And unfortunately, Guardian Zero to the rescue, as expected.
Yep, exactly. Doing its job. And the fact is that 20 something damage would not have been that bad, I think, to get on Kiwog. But in any case, you have all those Voltas and that way of playing, way in the back of turtling a bit more, so that you just protect him and you have everyone still in range to protect him as well, even more if you need to, right? And now that big sentry hit on Garrick in the back, and you've just cleared all that was a danger to Anne, especially. So your healer is still up for a few more turns.
Yeah. So now, if you're looking at what's happening, you have 3 targets. They're very juicy, very like Kiwog could go and hit them all at once. But I think in this case, we're waiting a little bit because he has time because they're on cooldown.
Yeah.
And he's still shielded. Probably waiting for his Guardian Zero's shield to come back up and then start using Kiwog more aggressively. Because now's the time to pull him out. Oh, okay.
Oh, and actually,
right away.
Going straight in. Man, 2 of them are rooted. Not a problem for Riker, but Volta's going to be useless and wasn't used recently, so no cooldowns, but the forced cooldowns, I would say, for Volta right now, at least for one turn. Cannot move and cannot do much. Even if she puts up drones, she doesn't have the range to put them in any way clear.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think we're going to get a kill on the Volta. No. Okay. Interesting. I would have just gotten the Volta kill here. I think the rest of the team is so safe that there's not much value in hitting this Garrick, especially if you're just opening up a line to your Kiwog.
Yeah.
Plus, like now, the enemy team got a heal off instead. Like it could have just been a Volta kill.
Because it just prevented the hit in that case. Of course, there's 2 icicles now in the way, but they're not really in the way of the team in any case. And there's this path that has been opened up because of Ehrlich leaving. So there's still some kind of a path that you can get through, and Garrick on one side. Let's see. Now, that's a lot of damage in one hit. That's still pretty good on Athelan's side for Lerp.
Every time I hear that's a lot of damage, it reminds me of Freak from League of Legends.
Oh, but Kiwog is just going, you know what? I'm going to kill you all now.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, and we'll just keep moving forward. Let's see if the people side, so 2 down, and then 3 down. Why only 9? There's one. Anyway. Oh, yep. That I think I know. In any case.
Yeah.
What did I do? Oh.
No, it's all right. Like that was a surrender at this point.
That was a surrender. Yeah. Okay. I pressed tab and I thought it was on me. I thought it was on me. So it's Lerp who's just surrender, right?
Yeah.
So we've got Rebirth or Dung Guzzler 420 who's going forward in the tournament, because would you say that surrender is due to the fact that Kiwog did like 70 damage on the last turn?
I mean, like whenever you have a Kiwog that's over 25 stacks, he's full life and you're down on units, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah. So
like,
Lerp read the room and just went
exactly.
Right ahead.
The main mistake here was being so obsessed with hitting drones instead of getting overall value, especially when you have AoEs, when you have things that can do big damage from long range, because you want to create so much pressure that putting stacks on Keywalk becomes less of a priority for the person who
Yeah.
has it.
Especially since Rebirth played with 4 Voltas, so you cannot ever get in front of those 4 Voltas putting up drones, right? Like, if there's only one, I'm guessing killing a drone is still somewhat of a good idea. But in this case, he could just keep going and Kiwag would always get hit by his own drones. So it was like doubly bad, I guess. Bad would be maybe a bit harsh, but still, it was not the move to make. Like you said, there was a lot of things he could have done differently with the composition he had. The champions he had could have made a lot better work out of this situation.
So, while we have some people here, I just want to also share in the chat the link for the free demo.
Yes.
So, for people who are watching, as you've seen, this is a PvP turn-based tactics, and the game is free to play. The demo, the main game will also be free to play. There's no pay to win whatsoever. It's purely made by gamers for gamers. So if you want to have fun, learn about the game, you can go ahead and play. And next tournament, if you want to participate, we do it with Discord members. So you can just come in, chat with us, talk about strategies, whatever bugs that you found, teams, find people to play against, and it's been a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff still
go for it.
In the works coming in for the game, for the demo itself, but and then for the full release of the game. But still, a few champions and a few things we'll get to show a bit later in this stream.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do match number 4 of round 1, and then after that we'll take a short break, and then we'll start showing you guys the next feature coming up, which is a puzzle editor where people can create different little puzzles, and or eventually, once we make the feature evolve, like mini D&D campaigns if you want. And it's going to be created by players, and then you can just go in and play many levels as you want if you're feeling more PvE instead of PvP sometimes. And then we'll also show some new champions coming up as well.
So we'll have all of that. One has been already announced. We showed him on the last, and he's still you can see him, new champion coming soon, Sir the Molten Golem. We've shown him last tournament, right? It was the first time we've seen him. Now it's been announced officially, but we still have more stuff to show you all, guys. But let's go for that fourth and last quarterfinals match between War Elephant and Bugs. So let's jump right in as I press all the good buttons. Bugs Doodlins in the game itself. On the blue side, on the right side is War Elephants.
So a little tidbit here. War Elephant has a special icon, which is a War Elephant. This was earned for being the first player to actually win a ranked game against me.
Ooh.
So that was my first actual loss in like a serious game where I was actually trying to win.
I would petition for him to get a special title, which would be Giant Slayer or something like that.
I think the icon's pretty cool already, but we might create. I did want to create a title for the winner of the tournament. That could be interesting.
Oh, that's
that way, if you win the tournament, you get to have like a special title.
Yeah. That would be really cool. But let's get on with this match itself. War Elephant, that considering what Rebirth has said, Rebirth and also Don Gosler, the same guy, he's his brother, right? Is that what he said earlier?
Yes, they're brothers.
Exactly, they're brothers, and he's saying he's washed and he beat you. So I'm not. You make what you want out of this information, but let's go with what did they choose those players? We see a Skern for the first time in this tournament, a character that you did say is not that much used. I like him a lot, but he's not that good, and I'm not that good, so that makes some sense.
Yeah, can you zoom out a little bit just so we don't have to move the camera as much?
Yeah. Yes, my bad.
Okay, it's starting to make me dizzy. So, all right. So for Skern,
I'll just center it. Okay, just.
Yeah, that's fine. So Skern, the reason he's underused right now is I think partly his stats in terms of like defensive abilities, which I've increased a little bit, and also his damage might not be quite enough. I think it's not bad damage. It's just it's when you compare him to other fighters like Ming, it's easier to justify using Ming because she tends to get more value overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not as used. That's why we increased the limit on the board from 2 to 10.
Yep.
The reason why he was capped at 2 before is because his leap ability used to be independent from his movement. So he could move and then leap, which gave him like up to 6 range of movement.
Yes.
Was absolutely terrifying when you had a bunch of skerns kind of just leapfrogging all over the place. So I'm still thinking about bringing this back, but I'm a bit scared just thinking about it. I'm like, ew, that sounds horrible to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now another thing to note here is, like I said earlier, most turtles tend to be off to one side, and it happens that sometimes the opponent does the same thing on exactly the same side. So that makes for kind of a weirdly aggressive turtle game where there's a lot going on because everybody's super close to each other. There's a lot of options as well.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, and like half the board won't really be used because of that, and that makes for almost. There's also a 5v5 mode that we didn't talk about, but that board is smaller, and now we get to see a 10v10 on that 5v5 board, kind of like in a way, because everyone's so close. You have to use it.
There's a very significant difference in the size of the board itself between 5v5 and 10v10. This is more about how having all of your units kind of together against a team that does the same thing means that all of your units can play, which is not normally the case. Like when you're doing an infiltration, you'll have maybe 1 to 3 units that can play at any given time. Or like if you're a turtle that's hyper defensive, you'll be playing against 1 or 2 units who are trying to infiltrate you, right? In this case, everybody can hit everybody. So it's going to be interesting to see. Let's go for the first move.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go forward. War Elephant's got it. And he's going for big damage on that Garrix in the front, but still 2 hits to get rid of him. So even though it's big damage.
3 hits.
3.
Yeah, that was 20. That was 24 damage. So it would take another 2 hits to kill him.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Maybe I didn't say it the right way, which is so happens. And that Kiwag getting down quite early. That's good damage on a Kiwag early, I think.
Yeah, this honestly, like, I feel like if you're going first and you have a Kiwag, probably don't want to leave it in range of the sentry on your first move. So I'm kind of questioning this one, but that's all right.
Now
I'm expecting a lot of pressure to be coming to Kiwag. Yeah, there we go.
And now with that Ehrlich getting through, the Guardian Zero gets resetted as well. That's a big Ehrlich move. The only kind of guy who can do that with so much range. That's the electric move with four squares of range.
Yeah. So very risky of a move.
Yep.
This is also very aggressive. Like what we're looking at is like, let's just get rid of Kiwag right away kind of a mentality.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this Ehrlich now is very vulnerable to death. Thankfully, we got the single target heal coming through, but the drones are going to be very annoying here, especially at kind of reducing the amount of hits taken to kill them when they start getting targeted.
And Kiwag will not even be hit by that because of all the protection he had over him.
Yeah, I'm expecting a heal on the. Oh. That's fair. That's fair. Getting the kill on this guy is good.
Yep, and you still have this kind of wall, this electric wall from the drones.
Yeah,
helping a lot.
Very aggressive.
Just wants to get rid of that Kiwag, which since there's gonna be a double up, right? We're gonna see Singular Mind taking up his mantle. I'm pretty sure. So it makes sense on Doodland's side to just get rid of that Kiwag as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's just right now there's been a lot of commitment to getting this Kiwag, right?
Yep.
So I'm just curious to see what we're gonna get. She's actually going for Garden Zero, which I think will get the kill. I think that's enough damage to get the kill because it does have 25% physical armor.
Good.
So no more shields, which is good. But we're also looking at a lot of units that are low HP.
Yeah, we got that Eichlin, we got Garrick here, we got Ehrlich.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's three
I
of
think
them really low and in range of a lot of people.
right. So
Huh.
I mean, I think that's a move, but honestly, like it needed a heal first.
Mm,
Because this could have been done after. Like, see, Diana's on cooldown right now, right?
yes, yes, yes. Could have switched the order of operations here as Anne was always available, and now that Eichlin is gonna probably get killed because no, you get saved for at least one more turn.
Yeah, but then there's the fireball coming through, right?
Oh,
The
yep,
kill.
right away. You
Yeah,
called it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's expected. So now, I mean, one of the main things is you have Diana sitting kind of just there as a sort of threat, right?
Yep.
And the only way to like realistically get rid of her fast would be to have Volta pull her into tower range. So if Diana doesn't do anything for a few turns, I would expect the Riker to move out of there, get a hit on something else, just to sort of bait the Diana into getting killed here. That's what I'm expecting.
Let's see.
Oh, not a great move.
Yeah.
This sounds like somebody thought about their moves for too long and
Yeah.
didn't know what to do. Yeah, because now it's just,
Yes.
this guy's taking so much damage for no reason.
He's gonna die instantly in regards to this game. Getting some help here. Getting him out. Getting him out. No, it did not, right? You have to hit Volta, not the...
Yeah, no, it didn't help. I think it's
exactly.
it's more like, all right, let's keep putting pressure on something, but
Ooh.
right, so it's just a loss.
Yes, yes, yes. And now you're starting to see some cracks in that defense that was really fast, aggressive against that Keywog, but a bit too much. You lost a lot of life. You were obliged to pull Ehrlich back, right? To pull him back and to pull all of that. And then those Garricks, well, they can't do much, two of them. And what you did talk about earlier, that that Riker getting out of the harm's way, of Diana's way, maybe to bait her a bit, that Volta's gonna die. Unless...
Well, not die. It's more like you force the heal so that now Volta can go grab the Diana. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the move.
Yep. Makes sense. And now that Diana is gonna die next turn due to the Sentry's Harrows.
Yeah.
And let's see the work. Volta doing the same on this side.
The problem here is I think the Garrick is also dying. So this Garrick absolutely did not need to die here. But she moved him in, try to get some chip damage on the Eichlin.
Yep.
And it just ends up being like a sitting duck, right? Because you do have to use 2 turns to get Diana killed, like we did, and now you're just losing most of your front line. So you're left with like 4 attacking units against 5 already, right?
Yep.
So unfortunate, because that Garrick could have been alive and that game could have lasted or even like stayed pretty close for a while.
Yes. Now Keywog is back and he's got to get some stacks in probably because the enemy is far. The enemy is really far right now. Even Skjern with his leapfrogging ability will not get there in time to prevent at least, I would say he'll get at least a 10, 12 stacks before we see anything really coming in his way. And then even some damage, some chip damage that will be done by Riker maybe on Keywog will not be that eventful regarding this Keywog back on the board.
Honestly, I think here we might have looked for pulling Volta into the tower range, right? Potentially, which might still be the move. Okay. Choosing this one, I guess, because it's low, makes sense.
Yeah, maybe a bit easier, but then...
yeah, but then like we're looking at probably a dead Riker here in exchange. Okay, I don't... All right. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, but then we're going to get a Volta kill with the tower, hopefully. No. Is it full?
No. That Volta is full. And this one...
Oh, no, it died.
Yeah, it already died. Yeah, exactly. It was here. It was over here and died on Volta's move. On Volta's hit after the hook. And now a
We
full
get the
heal,
heal.
which, oof,
Yeah, I think
it's
with
getting hard.
three attacking units left, we're not going to get to see much. Oh, actually,
Still,
this grab, yeah, might have been better off to move this Volta before the healing.
yeah, so would not have gotten,
We
but
still
still,
get a lot of damage done to it, but it's alive, which means it gets to play a move.
yep. And now bringing Ehrlich in harm's way. A lot of
Yeah,
damage will be done there, probably combined with the sentry's magic ball, fireball,
yeah,
the kind of words that Don Guzzler
or
420
arrow.
likes. And yeah, exactly. All of this combined, only 8 HP, 1 hit left, and you get rid of that Ehrlich. But still a Volta kill, so it's still quite tight as a game. Still 3-on-3
No,
units,
no,
but
no, no. At this point, it's 2-on-4, right?
oh, that's how you see it because of Ehrlich's demise right now. Yeah, that
Well,
makes sense.
no, I don't count Anne, right? I'm talking about like attacking units, right?
Yeah, well, there was 3. There was Kern, Volta, and
Oh, yes, current
yeah,
exists. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yes,
right.
yes, Kern exists. Yes, it does.
It's not going to last very long.
No, it's not. He's too deep and against too many champions to really do anything serious about it. And now Volta just hiding, hoping to be forgotten behind the sentry.
No, no, no. This move is very deliberate. So it moved instead of 3 to avoid being in tower range. Both Volta, both Eichlin and Riker are on cooldown.
Yep.
And so the next move is going to be moving to the edge of the board, probably bringing in the
Yes.
Riker and then getting the tower shot.
Oh wow, that
So,
was yep, a lot more than what I expected out of this the small walk.
yeah, now we get some stacks on Kiwag, which is the right move to play here. Get him a bit stronger.
Yep. That Riker is done.
Yeah.
Up 4. But that Skirn will be done in a few moments, and now and trying to that's a great single heal here. Still getting some mileage out from Skirn.
Unfortunately, Skirn is it's kind of done for. Yeah.
Yeah, and Volta cannot help Truly in the back here. She's too far. Those icicles block the way to get some hook.
Like, see, when you get down to so few units left, and you think about how pointlessly one of the Garricks ended up moving forward,
yes,
right? The game could have been played entirely differently if that Garrick had been alive instead, right?
Yep.
So sometimes, like, just a critical move like this can turn the entire game around.
Oh, and we have the surrender right here. Yeah. If I heard correctly, the crowd. Yep. Okay, that's on me. And now, at this point, with that eel, with that that many stacks on Kiwag at the end, Skirn not doing enough damage, not doing anything enough to get rid of him. Well, it is a victory for War Elephant in his first Athelan Battlegrounds tournament, and we have our
which means we'll get the brothers in the semifinals.
Indeed, rebirth with the great name Don Guzzler 420 against the greater name of the two, I would say, War Elephant. But that's the second semifinals we'll get to see, because the first one will be you, Burns, against Aristocat, our very own champion of the last tournament.
Yeah, so the most horrible game of all time is what we're about to witness. So first we'll take a very short break.
Yep.
And then we'll go over the new features, new champions, and then we'll go over the semifinals.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in, let's say, 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's say 10. I think I will need 10 for for everything. But yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Everyone will be here. Listen to some good music. Go get a drink. Go get some chips, something to eat, and be ready for the rest of the tournament. We still have 4 matches to go and a lot of news to show you. So we'll be right back. And we are back today for the second Athelan Battlegrounds tournament. I am still Solbo, still joined by Burns. And before we get into the semifinals, which are some really interesting matches to come up, we will show you something coming in the future, trademark. But in the near future, we'll have this new addition to the game that you did talk about before the show, before the break. What is specifically this, as I will show the game right now?
Right. So I'm a big fan of chess, right? And one of the things that you can do in chess is you can play chess puzzles to kind of learn how to play certain very specific situations, or like find out the best move order, or you can also like review your own games and such, right? And frequently you'll see, like, even on social medias, people posting like a screenshot of a chessboard and try to have people figure out what the best sequence of move is, right? So I wanted to have something similar to this, but without needing to actually make a fuck ton of content myself, right?
Yeah.
So I figured if we actually had a level maker, or like a sort of puzzle maker, we could get people to do kind of like in games like Trials or Portal and whatnot, where people can create their own levels and players can just explore the existing puzzles and just play the levels, right?
Yeah.
And so this allows you so far to add champions to either the enemy team or your team. You can set them with, like, you can just drag a champion onto the board.
Well, okay.
Right.
I was
And if you click the champion now,
yeah. Excuse me?
click the champion now.
Yep.
Right,
Oh.
and now you can change their stats. So so far, the main thing that's supported is changing the maximum HP. So if you want to have like a raid boss type of champion, you can. You can preset them with a specific cooldown. You can set them to have a low HP. You can set their orientation, and then if you go to hazards, for example, as you've already seen,
Yep.
We can give them a shield from Garden Zero. We can have a Riker arrow that's about to drop. We can have just about everything. So the point is to make this as modular as possible, really let people come up with cool puzzles, and we're going to be adding new stuff like board condition, win conditions specifically. So right now, the general win condition is, of course, kill the enemy team, as it is in the gameplay. But later on, we're going to have things like this unit specifically needs to be killed, or reaching this tile is the goal of this map, and then it's going to change dramatically how you approach the puzzle, and it's going to give a lot of options for creative people to create cool levels. So this is what we want. Of course, if you want to recreate like a very tense moment in a game that you played, you can do that also. We'll support this in the future, where you can kind of snapshot a moment in the game, and then we'll have it load into this puzzle maker, so that you can create it, have people figure out how to solve it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of inspiration coming from chess.com, but it's going to add a sort of like PvE a little bit to this game for people who aren't too sure about playing PvP just yet, because there is a learning curve to this game.
Yes.
Yeah. And next, I guess we could show the upcoming champion.
Yes. Let's go with that. Do you want to go with the
Virex?
The Virex one, yeah, exactly. The one that people do not know is coming. Actually, we did talk about it a bit in the last tournament. He's the first swarm kind of.
So I can explain what this entails, right? So in the game, we currently have classes that so far I'm trying to kind of give them a sort of flavor or personality, right? So the main classes that we have are tank, fighter, healer, assassin, fighter, and control mage, and engineer, right? And so each of these have their little edge. So engineer to me is something that has something that they summon, you know. For fighters, they're bruisers that you would think of in League of Legends, where they're capable of being fairly tanky, but also have a lot of offensive power. Control mages will have something that can affect the board to prevent you from moving in. We have Yifan that hasn't really been used so far in the tournament,
Yes.
which can paralyze people. But so the Swarm class, which Virex is part of, is essentially, if you have a champion that's a Swarm, it is pretty much designed to be used multiple times on the board.
Yep.
It's a champion that you will probably think of as fairly weak on its own, but if you have a ton of them, they get quite strong and quite devastating. So we've seen in this game so far things like Garrick or Garden Zero or Kiwok, who have damage reduction, a flat amount of damage reduction. What Virex does is whenever it hits anything, it applies the name to make sure I'm not saying symbiotic affliction.
Okay.
And so symbiotic affliction, what it does is for every stack of it that you have, you take one more damage from all damage sources.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So that adds up pretty quickly if you think about damage over time in this game, right? So far it's a flat amount of damage, which is 3, which is usually reduced by the flat damage, but in this case it will get increased. So mixing this with bleed or ignite characters can be really, really strong. And the main attack of Virex is it deals damage, kind of like Ming, like 2 tiles ahead, but on every side of yourself.
Ooh.
It's a channeling ability.
Okay.
And while channeling, every turn you deal a fixed amount of damage, which applies, of course, symbiotic affliction. But if it hits another Virex, it heals it instead for the value. So Virex itself can be affected by a symbiotic affliction, but in the context of the ability that Virex does, like the main infect ability, it will instead make it so that he heals more and more. So having a bunch of Virexes on the board can make it so that you can find combinations where you consistently healing yourself and applying the debuff to the enemy team. And eventually, if you have anything that hits normally, like let's say Ehrlich that does a wave of fire, the ignite could end up dealing like 10 damage per tick, maybe. And that's absolutely terrifying because we're talking like 50 damage over the course of 5 turns if you don't heal. Right.
Which can hit multiple people as well. If we're talking Ehrlich with that Virex, we can combine all of that stuff in multiple and hitting multiple enemies at the same time to do all that ignite damage, which will be buffed up by Virex. So yeah, that's awful.
Yep.
Awful.
Exactly. So it's going to be a very fun champion when it comes out. I can't wait to see the teams. I am already thinking about some stuff to do with it. Probably end up using 5 or 6 of them and really just wreak havoc because he has really high movement, by the way. Movement of 5. It's the first unit in the game that has over 4 movement.
Nice.
So very mobile. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, and he's gonna come out after Zur, right? Which is already announced, which is already seeable in the game as the new champion coming soon, which is the Molten Golem. So another kind of stuff completely. He's more of a tanky mage, right? If I recall correctly.
Well, it doesn't have defensive stats; just has a bunch of HP to soak, right?
Okay.
No block chance or anything. Not much movement either, but it is the first line of sight projectile that pierces.
Oh, okay.
And so essentially Zur, what he does is he places a flame wall, which does damage to all adjacent targets. And whenever he throws his javelin through the wall, it picks up extra damage. So it does bonus damage. Otherwise, it only ignites for 5 turns.
Okay.
But you could do extra damage by going through the wall.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like not really a control mage. It's more like if you get a cleric kill on the enemy team, he's going to be devastating to play against.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's Zerd. That's the next one coming in the game. We showed you the editor a bit as well, and a lot of functionality that will come to it in due time. But let's get back to this tournament, dear Burns, because we have semifinals going, and going in the first round. Let's see those brackets again. Well, it's you against the champion of this first tournament back in February that we did, Aristocat, and then the two brothers dishing it out a bit later today in the second semifinals, Rebirth and War Elephant. But let's get right to it. This game
Yep.
that you did sigh a lot. Is this good for you if you're sighing that much? Oh no.
It is.
Oh no.
It is the most depressing game I've played of Athelan, I think, ever. So we're about to witness something horrible happen.
Oh, something horrible, he says. He's the
Yes.
one who developed this something horrible in any case. So you are your own problem in this case. And now you can see us for the whole game in the bottom left corner. Some changes in the break. Hi,
Yay.
we're here. We're still screaming on this game. And no comp changes either on your side or Aristocat's side. It's the exact same thing as earlier, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So here, of course, like right from the get-go, having two Iclins against this team is really difficult to deal with. So that's unfortunate, and especially because he's going first, it essentially gets a free hit, right? But mostly because like, everything's on the front line. So the main risk of this and the main weakness of this is dealing with a bunch of Iclins because they're perfect against this, or like a frontline Ehrlich of some kind. That would have also been very devastating.
And
you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start this match, which... Oh, I was not in a good screen. Okay, let's go. Eichlin, as you said.
Yep. Very painful. So first thing to do here, of course, is to move one of the Mings that was AoE'd outside of this potential AoE, just to not be there for the follow-up that the other Eichling's going to give me. And then this is more or less forcing a heal from me.
Yeah, because you want to keep those three Mings in the game for at least a few turns still, right? That's the thinking, the thoughts going up behind this heal, because already three of them at one hit, two hits. They were still one hits, I think.
No, they were still 2 hits away.
Still 2 hits, okay.
But like the point of the heal was mostly to keep the attacking Ming alive.
Oh yeah, this one, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So now here's the first block.
Oh no, and here we go.
So that was 12% chance.
12, yeah, exactly, on the side of that Riker. And you're saying this is the first block, because there will be a series of block, I think, in this game, which will turn the tide of this battle.
Yeah, completely. It's going to be very critically bad.
Oof. And the first kill, already this Eichlin getting rid of one Ming. As you said, in this case, it was not the big damage that is expected when you are in the front line, but just getting rid of that Ming. That Eichlin is then also on the right-hand side. Not much danger against those Mings with the 2 cooldowns on her.
No. So here, the reason I attacked from the front was mostly because I don't want to go into a 2-turn cooldown. And I want to make sure I do enough damage to Eichlin that she dies in 2 hits.
Yep.
Because Ming has exactly enough damage to kill in 2 hits with thrust if it's not a secondary hit. And at this point, I'm just looking for like what might be the best approach. Of course, I'm hoping to get into the back line with some of the Mings. And I'm also trying to put pressure on the Rikers, namely because I don't want a cleric death too early on. Yeah.
And we also have a Rebirth in chat, dear Don Guzzler 420, who is counting the parries, I think, the block.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a block on turn
first
one,
hit,
yeah.
exactly. The first hit you did, there was a block. So we're already at two blocks on those Mings. And as we move forward, this Ming will get blocked completely. And
right,
a third. So oh, wow.
That's a 25% chance block here, which should have been a kill and also a bump damage. So block number 3. And then we'll get a kill on this Ming, unfortunately.
As well as forcing that up-top Ming to get way in the back alone. No cover, no help from anyone, truly.
That's
Right.
not the end of the world, honestly. Like,
Okay.
if you get value, it's fine. Right now, I like 2 turns from now, I am threatening a kill on Anne, so he has to body block something
Yep.
or move her away. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I get the side hit on her or this. Right. So here I'm also threatening a push off with my Ming because she's off cooldown. The thing is, if I were to do this after the trick shot, well, he knew I might go for my friendly fire.
Yep.
So he stepped here. One thing to say about Aristocat, he's been very good at seeing the moves that I'm about to play,
Yep.
which comes from a lot of experience playing tactics games in general. Which means that like the fact that he blocked some of the hits was very critical. Here you see me do friendly fire on my own Ming because Whirlwind does a lot less damage than Trick Shot, so I'm pushing her out of the way and getting pretty good value. So overall, very solid move that I played just now.
Yeah.
But the still like preventing me from getting the push off with one of the Rikers was a very good move. Well,
Yeah, it's a good answers after good answers, and now you still have 2 turn cooldowns here to do anything, and that Riker is not on cooldown, so he'll be able to get out of the way and be secure in his positioning to not get pushed off the board, while you on your side get blocked, but still get the kill behind because you don't block
this one is fine.
the whole way.
This one is expected. Like I was going for the kill behind, and the front hit would have just been bonus. Like it's 70% chance to block. I can swallow this one. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I am still trying to find a way to either the cleric or something else. So right now I have to heal, and then they have to body block. Then otherwise I'm pushing something, right?
Yep.
So if you hover the Diana currently, he's got 3 shards, right? So try to pay attention to the amount of shards that this Diana has, because Aristocat did really good in making sure that this Diana had the correct amount of shards to threaten a blow up, right? So to prevent me from doing multi-hits with Whirlwind.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, Diana, her health functions differently than with other champions. She is protected by shards, and no matter the amount of damage, every hit that she takes, she loses 1 shards. And once she gets down to 0 shards, she can blow herself up to instantly kill anything in the game except another Diana again.
Yeah.
And so she is a kind of critical champion in this matchup, because the fact that I'm melee means I don't have a lot of multi-hitting stuff except for Whirlwind. So every time I hit her, I'm only ever taking 1 shard away unless I use Whirlwind and bump her into something else. And so it's difficult to get her where I want to be. Where like technically I want her to be exactly at 1 shard and then use a Whirlwind with a bump to get the kill.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she can blow herself up and kill me.
And it's a quite specific condition that you need in that case.
Yeah,
now,
so there it is. See, I'm taking her down to 1 shard.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking for another bump like this.
Oh, one for you.
I get a block. Yeah, 15% this one. So it's pretty okay. Yeah. Of course, now we get the heal. So there you go. Now if we go back to Diana, got 2 shards, which means I would have to do a straight hit first before I do something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So, yeah. Fortunately, I'm not going to get my Ming back from cooldown. So this one, I questioned a little bit the move I just played.
Yep.
I could have just front hit the Athelan instead.
Yep.
I end up doing this here, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm going for another bump. Yeah. Right. No, sorry. Okay, if we go back, Control Z.
Yes.
Right. Look at the amount of shards on Diana. Right.
Yep.
So this is why I can't do a Whirlwind here, and it would have been much higher value if I did. But in this
because
case,
you could have gotten damage on Riker and Athelan as well, right? With that Whirlwind pushing them.
Exactly.
But that Diana would get at 0 shards and then could blow up any character instantly with herself.
Exactly.
Now Anne is alone against the flail man.
Yeah, in this case, that's okay. I have time to heal up.
Yeah, that should be 1 HP right left. That's a 24.
No, she has the physical
Plus
armor.
the armor,
She'll,
yeah,
she'll
okay.
have plenty of health left, but it's just she'll still be within 1 hit of dying. So now I finally get the kill on the Athelan here, and that's a cleric sacrifice. So I'm giving away Anne to keep this tempo going here.
Oh no, another block.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yep.
I got the kill. It was a 70% block chance. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I get a decent block here, which actually kept this Ming alive. And now we get the very unfortunate side block.
Oh no.
So another 12%.
Yeah, and that Riker would be dead, giving the opportunity for Ming here to go and push Anne off, right?
Well, it would have forced here. It would have forced the Garrick to take a step back, or maybe the Riker to go in front of Anne, right?
Yeah.
And so instead, now he's going to get a heal. So I'm going to have to get probably a back hit on the Riker because I'm still looking for the Anne push off. And in this case, by the way, so the Riker now is 1 hit from dying, and he can't move away from here, right?
Yeah.
So he has 25% chance to block. And my move, the only move, is to hit him in the face, kill him, and then take his place, so that Anne is guaranteed to get pushed off.
And
but of course,
since you said that,
yeah, I have time. I still have time.
Yeah, so exactly. He's got 3 turn cooldown, so
yeah,
there's gonna be a few moves elsewhere that mean dead. And now the block.
Exactly. Really unfortunate.
That guy, he's 25%, but with big emphasis on, not really this time.
Yeah, I mean, he got 12% off and then 25% off. So, and also this move completely prevented me from getting the cleric, which would have been like a very critical moment in the game.
And now we have the other Garrick on the bottom side, on your side, your starting side, just, well, rushing down the Mings. They're the only ones left here who cannot do much.
Yeah.
So a bunch of damage will get in, and now still the Anne is protected, physically protected by a Garrick that moved, and this turtle is turtling so well that the defense was translated to a block chance higher than usual.
Yeah, and then see like another heal from the cleric. Like the amount of tempo loss from this is massive. So like at this point, I'm guaranteed to get the cleric kill, but it doesn't matter. Like there's been too much loss going on.
Yeah. He lasted just that long enough to survive the worst of it, and now.
Yeah, and now when you think about it, like 4 Mings into 3 Garricks is more or less losing already, but there's a Diana that can just blow up anytime.
Yep.
Right? And it's going to be hard to get a double hit at this point because there's so few units left that because Garrick doesn't need to be close to Diana, I'm kind of screwed. And she's down to one shard. Like she's blow up.
0 shard.
Yeah, 0 shard. Yeah.
Exactly. And now another. Yes, side blocking for his life. This Garrick is the second side block he did in a row.
Yeah, like there was an argument to be made that I could have won off of like getting my hits in and blocking some hits myself, but it just never happened. He just kept blocking, and now at this point, it's really just like you'll see this a lot in chess where you're into the end game and there's no captures being made. It's really just about positioning first and then finding like the right way to close out the game.
Yeah. And
so here, the only move I have is try to do a front hit because anywhere I move with any other Ming and put them on cooldown, Diana can just move without attacking, come in and finish me out. So another side block once again.
Yeah, and that Garrick, he's made for that though. Even side block is 35% chance. It's a 1 in 3. It's not a bad chance to block on the sides,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
when there's like 7 of them, 1 in 3 can go fuck itself. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
so next
Yeah.
update after the tournament, Garrick has been removed. Riker can no more block if he's next to Anne as well. That's the two big changes coming in next week in Athelan Battlegrounds.
And there's the blow up.
Yeah,
And
exactly. So just getting rid right away of,
yeah,
and then
which is
probably
like really unfortunate because if I had the Diana kill, well, the Anne kill first, and then um, like just some mismanagement on the Diana shards, or the fact that Anne was dead,
yeah.
Diana would have been without shards. I likely would have won this game, but
Yep.
instead, another side block,
Another
of course,
side block.
just to add salt to the wound.
And blocking you in the corner right now. And now, yeah.
There's the back hit. Yep.
Yep. There we go for the, not the last hit though. Okay, no, still 8 HP.
I think he blocks again. Oh, okay. Nice.
And now this
There we
is
go.
the end for Burns, which actually is
Good
not
game.
the
He
complete
played really
end.
well, honestly. Like Aristocat played incredibly well, but he always plays very cleanly. So that's what's upsetting is just like I had some really critical moves that I just didn't get to execute.
Yeah.
Which happens. I mean, it is part of the game. Blocking is part of the game, and sometimes you'll have games that feel like they're completely lost, and a few blocks will just turn things around.
Yeah.
And that it is a feel good moment for when it happens to you in the right way.
Yes.
It's also devastating when it doesn't. So
yeah, yep. And as Rebirth is saying in the chat, like most of these blocks, especially Garrick's block in the beginning, are not that game changing, but those Riker's block that happen like twice in a row to block you from getting to Anne, this one especially those ones are critical to your plan, and in this point it just breaks it. It just makes it fall apart, and then at the end it's just like you said, salt in the wound. Just keep getting those blocks, and okay, those Garricks will just live, and my Mings will die, and you just keep insulting me till the end. I guess this game doesn't want you to win. We'll still see you again in the third place match, but you get eliminated from the main tournament, the main course, and Aristocat is getting in the finals again twice in a row.
Yep, and now we're moving on to the match between Rebirth or Don Guzzler 420 and then and War Elephant. So brother.
And I'll just ask you right away. I'm really sorry. I just went, but I need to go to the bathroom really quickly. Do you want?
Go for it.
Did you want to break, or I'll just leave the cameras on?
I'd rather not have cameras on for this.
Good. We'll just go on a really quick break. We'll be right in. I'm really sorry. The caffeine is making me having tremors. We'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we are back here. Thanks for waiting, and we're going right into the Brothers War between, as you said, Don Guzzler 420 and Mr. Why am I forgetting him? War Elephant, the first one to beat you in ranked, my dear Burns, and Aristocat's the first one to beat you in a tournament, even if though it's the first one you took part in.
Yeah.
He's still the first one.
Yeah. He's gotten incredibly close before, in like private matches that we did. He's very good at playing turtles. So I mean, it also kind of forced my hand into like trying out some really aggressive plays just to deal
Yeah.
with turtles in general. But yeah, and now we're to the last semifinal match.
Yep. And I think, will I have the bug? Yeah, I loaded the. Okay, I pressed too fast. It's loading 2 times in a row. I'll just have to reload this match quickly. That's on me.
Okay. All right.
Got everything at the same time, of course, because even though it's not completely live, the matches are not. Well, it's still part of it live, so nothing must work completely right for the whole tournament. And we're back in. Okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the War Elephant, as can be seen on this picture.
All
But
right.
both technically rookies, as
Look
the
at
titles say.
this. The inspiration. I wonder where that's from.
I wonder where those Mings come from. And Guzzler will get the first turn on the red side, the bottom side, and will go right in as both players have Guardian Zero as well, helping them out. And let's go right in this match. That's deep. That's a deep Eichlin.
Yeah, that's a I'm gonna fuck your cleric up move. And there's not a whole lot to do for it. Actually, I think they're just going straight for each other's cleric, just ignoring everything else. All right. Or not? Huh.
Yeah, because you could have brought the other Eichlin to the same spot, right? And just do the same thing twice in a row from the right and the left-hand side. But then, no. Don Guzzler decides to not do that.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. All right, and then let's see what we get left. There's the cleric kill. So very early cleric loss. But at this point, the War Elephant's cleric is also just done for unless you were to shield it. But
yeah. That's a lot of value for this hit as well. That Ming.
Yeah, exactly. This Ming into Eichlin, if you're not all bunched up and getting AoE'd, you're going to win with the Mings for sure.
Yeah.
It's just the moment you start to play them too close to each other, the AoE, the value from like the aggressive Eichlin plays can be too high.
Yeah. And it's going quite fast. A lot of kills getting we talked earlier today about the chip damage often not being the good option, right? Being the bad choice to make. And now we see especially what it is to not do that and to go always for the high value damage, the high value kills. Both clerics are already dead. We're about 3 minutes in, 4 minutes if we take in account probably the turns that they took. Really, because
honestly, like whenever we deal with high end players, this is kind of the gameplay that you can expect is like very like usually precise and aggressive plays. It's like some people sometimes are too worried about like, oh no, but what if my champion gets hit afterwards? Like, yeah, but if your champion deals like a total of 60 damage, it doesn't matter if you take 20 damage afterwards, right? Like it's the value is in keeping the pressure up.
Yeah, the trade-off is definitely on your side with that 40 plus. We can look at that that difference between the amount of damage done against the damage you took, and even losing a champion will not be that bad if you did the technical equivalent of a kill as well on 3 different champions.
That always depends on the timing with the cleric, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the part where I was going. If Anne is still alive, the cleric is still in there, it will be different. But now we have a battle of wits and a battle of no heals, a battle of only kind of defense. Both Guardian Zero can pull up some.
Here
sweet shields.
I'm just questioning why even you trick shot. Like, of course,
you know,
it's on cooldown, but like you know that the shield is going to come, so you might as well not waste a long cooldown. Get a straight shot through. I think that was a bit of a weak move. Oh, interesting.
Huh.
It does get the kill.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah, now it will allow to go back in with maybe Ming and maybe one of those two Iclins and get even more done on the part of Dung Guzzlers. But we
Yeah,
see the first attempt to dive in from War Elephants.
yeah. So the Mings are spread out all over, but not necessarily in like super aggressive positions
Yeah.
right now. Like we've got a Ming that's retreated all the way back. We've got three Mings that are just kind of sitting there. So far, Don Guzzler is getting the most value out of his plays.
Still, War Elephant getting slowly back in with that one Ming. The other one's still alive, so he has still some work that he can do with those Mings. And now, yeah, a lot of value.
Yeah, that is
Not to
big value
death. He'll
again.
survive another hit, right? So that's good.
Yeah.
But it's good, but.
No, there's no but here. Like you have like one thing that you need to pay attention to also is if you have a unit that is low health, right?
Yep.
And it is like one hit from dying, you pretty much have to use. You want like even if it's a suicidal move where you go in super deep and you deal as much damage as possible, it's a lot more value than just using something else and letting that champion die.
Yeah.
Like if the other champions are healthy, you're better off using something that's about to die because it's something that you wouldn't have an option to use later.
Yep.
And so it was the right move.
It's getting tighter and tighter here on both sides. Both. Oh. I love that the way that the arrow just falls on the next guy when it's close to him. It's just so funny to me. Like there you go. Like it just falls on the character next to it. It is great. And now we've got the 3 against 5. War Elephant is leading right now in the attacking department, and it might be tough.
No, it's 5 against 5.
Yeah, but like you only need to get rid of 3 of them to win the game. That's mostly what I was talking about. Of course, Sentry controls a big part of the middle, and that Guardian Zero can help from far away. But in any case,
but also one thing to consider is like the champions that are currently alive are ranged, right?
Yes.
So the only way to get them is to go through these these constructs. So that's going to be the play here. It's like the archers are just going to get the value where they can from range.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them in those 2 areas that they can take full control of and be even more powerful.
Yeah.
Which is what we're seeing right now. But the Mings are getting closer, and he's going to be able to maybe push them out at least of Sentry's range. But you have to be in that range to get out of it.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for Mings to find an angle to get in here. And that's probably how the end game going to go. Like, I mean, Freeberg's likely going to win this, and what we get here, yeah, a trick shot. Yep. That's a free hit. Yeah. I mean, at this point, you just want another trick shot on this Riker for it to die.
Yep.
So you're good. Here, of course, we'll get a fireball. Oof. And then at any given time at this point, the archers could get shielded by Guardian Zero, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it dies. Yeah.
It dies, and it does give you some more openings in the next few rounds, but you don't have a lot of rounds on the War Elephant side, right? There's not a lot going on. You have 1 Riker, 2 Mings. It's 3 on 4, and Don Gosler is kind of leading the way. He's kind of dominating the rhythm right now of this game at the end game.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we know that we'll get a Riker kill here. So first we body block, which makes sense. I don't know about the trick.
Huh.
Oh, what the hell was that?
It's to prevent to kill Riker through the sentry?
But yeah. I can see it, but you can still walk
around
over there. Walk around, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it
I don't know.
Maybe
that's kind of a questionable move, but it does. I mean, even then, it doesn't keep him in the turret range necessarily because he would have been in the turret range by hitting through the sentry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's 2-on-2 at this point.
But still, the sentry covering a lot.
How much health does Riker have left? 23. Okay, so he's 2 hits from debt, right? Like functionally at this point, regardless of what happens, it's 2 hits to die.
Yep.
Right. So you're this Riker is 1 hit with the trick shot, and that's kind of what they're playing around right now. It's like they're managing their cooldowns
Yep.
specifically so that Riker gets value before getting trick shotted.
And it should be. Oh.
That's good. That's good. So using Ming first,
Yes.
right? So now you have to have a front hit. So this Riker now got the value that it was trying to get by managing the cooldowns this way.
Yep.
Is essentially just guarantee that he dies in 2 hits instead, and then it's 1-to-1. But unfortunately, with a century like this, it's rough. 26. Wow, actually, they're. Ooh,
This is a close one.
that's so close.
Yes, and maybe a few different choices could have been made to make it go the other way, and now Ming should win this, right?
Yeah, she does only because Ming had like exactly 16 health.
Exactly. Oh
Yeah.
my.
One more health could have been the win here. That's kind of cool.
And a block there also could have been.
Well, yeah, that's true. A block here could have also done
So
it. Yeah.
it does come down to the trenches, to the last drop of thinking, of wits they still had. The two brothers have fought in the semifinals, and it is Rebirth or Dung Guzzler 420. Of course, against the big final. Of course, it has to be the guy named Dung Guzzler 420 against the final against Aristocat reigning champions, the guy who holds the belt right now.
Yeah, very good game. Honestly, that was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did see.
And now we're going for the
Yep.
third place match,
Yes.
which is between me and War Elephant.
Yep.
Do you have it loaded, the file?
It will be a few seconds at most. I'm doing it right now, just to be sure that it's done correctly. And now it should be. And I will go. It is only the replay battle in the battle cheats, right? Just to be sure.
Yeah, if you put it in the folder, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Just wanted to make sure. And we just jump right in the semifinal, in the third place finals. By the way, there was some money involved now. So how much was the prize pool?
So for first place is $150 US. Second place is 100, and third place is 50.
Okay.
So I feel like weird to play a tournament without some sort of prize money. It's always nice to have a little reason to perform, right? And of course, so why am I using all these Ehrlichs? Very simple. I got so salty from all the blocks that happened. I'm like, you know what? Fuck block. I don't want to ever get blocked again. let me just play this shit. And here we are. So meanwhile, there's a bunch of Mings on the enemy team. Again, I wonder where that's from.
I wonder where. And now we're in that match. You're going for the you won't get to block me, you little shit, on the other side. And now is gonna go for the hey, I'm going all in as well. I thought you would be doing that. Why? Why?
Yeah. Now you know what? The entire tournament, I never got first move.
For real, for the 3 matches you played, always, and you blocked the first though. It's kind of a revenge on what happened to you earlier.
Yeah, but see, like just like quick information, like he specifically used the center main to prevent me from getting a 4-hit with the lightning.
Yep.
Because if you hit 4 targets with the lightning, you do get bonus damage on hit. And so here I'm placing an icicle to try and get that from the other side, but it's unlikely.
Yeah, he'll probably move right away. He's getting closer, moving in, and then you'll get 2 hits, but still, you're getting a lot less than what he could give you, and that's on War Elephant's part, knowing what is happening, knowing what Ehrlich is doing. It allows him to make some specific decision against that specific composition you have on your team right now.
Yeah, and so also I'm very careful about the selection of like which Ehrlich I'm selecting, because the moment I open up the line to go like between my Ehrlichs is I'm just asking for a whirlwind.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, plus you're creating paths to get to your cleric, to Ans as well. So it's kind of both ways. You need to stay close to each other. That's the big thing. With no Iclins, with no AoE, really, well, that whirlwind is kind of one. You want to bunch up like this because it's actually protecting your characters instead of making it easier for your enemies, especially for those Iclins that we saw earlier. Rely on that bunching up to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. I'm also trying to maximize the amount of icicles that I can put just to slow down the movement of the Mings, but also create, like as you might have seen on the previous move, I hit a bunch of guys, including an icicle that killed one of the Mings, right? So the hazard damage is very useful.
Yeah, you're making like a chain of effects with your icicles, because you're not just hitting people, you're hitting those icicles that blow up and blow up other icicles that blow up people, and that there's like a big chain of effects happening. And that's pretty much thanks to the amount of Ehrlichs you have on board as well, that you can do that reliably.
There's sometimes, like if you're feeling funny, you can place a bunch of icicles all over the place and then blow the entire map up. So that's fun, but it's not exactly efficient. So.
No, it takes like 20 turns to just set up, and then, hey, let's blow everything up.
Yeah. So the move I just played here was maybe not the greatest. If you could go back.
Yep.
Right. So this year I was debating: am I gonna try to keep chipping at this this Ming, or should I just go straight for the cleric?
Yep.
Now the cleric was on a 2-turn cooldown, which means I could have just gotten the kill straight up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, maybe instead I just keep pressuring, and I'm pretty sure I should have taken the cleric first instead.
Yeah. Like going with that one, that Ehrlich, just going straight for Anne.
Yeah.
Now, another good hit with two people getting the damage on. That Ming is getting closer to death.
And again, also selecting the correct Ehrlich here. I'm trying to avoid like double hits from the other Ming.
Yes.
Yeah. Not going to do much if there's a trick shot, but still the correct selection of targets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still, it forces that Riker to get in and then to have the cooldown. It forces some action on War Elephant's side to answer to what you're proposing to him.
But here again, I still should have gone for the cleric.
Yeah.
Just if only to force the cleric to play a move, right?
Yep.
Because then, at least, like if the cleric has to heal itself, it wouldn't get the single target heal that it just got on the Ming.
Yes.
Right. So we'll see later in the game that my selection of moves with the ignite it's a good selection of moves, but like I wouldn't have had to be so precise if I'd gotten the Ann kill earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Those moves we've just seen have a lasting impact in what you will be able to do in the
exactly
in the near future. As you have some advantage still here. 6 Ehrlichs still alive, if I count correctly.
Yeah, I am up on targets, but it is still a difficult thing to play. Now that things are more spread out, I'm only going to get single hits on people. I also I miscalculated something here where I thought I had time to before I needed to heal, because I was only kind of focused on the Ming attacking my Ann, but I completely just zoned out on the fact that Riker could just walk in and hit. So I did miss out on a pretty important turn here.
Yeah, which is kind of a secondary effect of having mostly one character, is that you kind of forget, like the 2 Rikers, I did forget about them for a time as well before you use them. And it's like a mental, the mental workings being different here. Of course, a good player should always be aware of that, but you can easily get distracted by the fact that there are so many Mings on board that you only think about the Mings and what they can do and kind of forget.
Exactly. When I play Ming, I play 9 Mings.
Yep.
He's going for 7 with 2 archers,
Yes.
which is a bit more balanced,
Yep.
and like I like it a lot. I think that's one of the things that lacks that's lacking from my 9 Ming setup is, first of all, especially because I'm putting them all on the front line, they're taking a lot of that lane, which means if somebody is doing a half side turtle, a lot of my Mings are kind of useless, as we saw
Yeah.
against Aristocrat. I had 3 Mings that were just not really able to play for a while. Whereas here, you're a bit more central, so more of your Mings can be in play, and you have support with the archers. So
Yeah.
it's really good setup. Yeah.
Yeah, that bit of range and being in the back line and creating those openings that you can play with.
Yeah. So now, just because you're going through the moves, I
Yeah.
just want to mention. So here it's very calculated. Like, go back
Yeah. Yes.
and then hover the main.
Yep.
Right. So she has 44 HP. If you have no cleric to deal with, the most damage you're going to get from a hit with Ehrlich is using the fire sword.
Yep.
Because you get 5 turns of ignite, and you get the initial hit, which I think is about 12 minus her magic armor, which is going to come down to 10. You're looking at a total of 5 times 3, which is 15, plus 10, so 25. So it's the only way to kill her in 2 hits.
Yes.
And Ming, most of the time, what's difficult to deal with is the fact that she needs 3 hits to kill for the most part.
Yep.
And so here it's about finding when to ignite and then making sure that I am not in a position to die to Ming before she dies to ignite.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so here's the start of that.
Yep.
With that blow up, uses your icicles against you in the same way you talked about them earlier.
Yep.
Which is a good use of those icicles in that case, making some space. And
here is the opposite with Riker. Riker only takes 2 lightning hits to kill, so and it's direct hit, so I don't have to wait for ignite.
Yep.
Yep.
And I just realized now E-used is a perfect shot. And this is line of sight, but those icicles don't block line of sight.
No, so okay, the reason why line of sight is so important in this game is because the way we made it is like zoom in on a tile, just any tile.
Yep.
Right? And so the champions, they account for about a small circle at the center of the tile. Yep. Right? So that's the hitbox that we're giving them, which means that if you have a projectile that travels diagonally, you can actually pass through champions on 2 tiles that are connected to each other, right? Which means that if you're using Riker's trick shot at range, sometimes you might even have to aim behind the target to adjust the angle of the line of sight.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can shoot between these icicles, no problem. The way that he was positioned is fine.
Okay, so it's because those icicles don't take the full space like the heroes that he was able to shoot through. It's not that they don't block
even the champions, like, go back, you press Control Z.
Yep.
And see, like, we're not on the same row, right? So he's
shooting between
diagonally.
Those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Good, perfect. So yeah, he's just shooting between both icicles, pretty much.
Yeah.
Good.
Now we get another ignite. This one, I don't think I need it to be directly in front, but I think I'm mostly trying to avoid a potential like Ming coming between 2 Ehrlichs and getting value from like double hits, right?
Yeah.
Right now, like the only thing that matters to me is making sure I don't get double hit by stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Now both Mings are ignited. I have to kind of make sure that the ignite runs its course, and then I can start considering getting the last blow on the Mings. I'm not going for hits on the Mings. This block was very key
Yes.
keeping this Ehrlich alive. I got a 15% chance here. And I finally get to have another hit on the Riker. Once again, I'm not hitting the Ming because I'm waiting for the ignites to wear off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, like what this Ming that just took a hit, right?
Yes.
It ended up with. Can you go back? Like Control Z.
Yes.
It hovered the Ming.
This one.
Yeah, 19. Right. So none of my other skills, including lightning, could kill this in one hit.
Yep.
I think it does exactly 18 with lightning for the first hit. So it has to be 2 ignite hits, which is unfortunate, but it's the only way to get a 2-hit kill on Ming with Ehrlichs.
Yep.
Otherwise, I would have wasted time getting an extra hit in.
Yeah, because of that 10% magic armor, she gets to resist that two direct hits combo, we could call them, because then you still have a 2-hit combo, but it takes more time to actually take an effect. But knowing that, you still get to use your Ehrlichs for other stuff while they slowly burn to death.
Yeah.
And now finally that one's gone. Should have been gone so much earlier, but that block saved you and made you you made good use of that as well, pulling back down and then hitting that Ming with that Ehrlich. You didn't get to bring this one yet into the fray, and it's giving you some time to think and some positioning that I think.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about bringing the Ehrlich that was so far back.
Yes.
Try and get a hit on this Riker, which is not going to happen just yet because I do want to get my immediate hit on the Ming and get her to die.
Oh.
Yeah, this block is not so. How much health does he have left?
He's full.
Okay. So this block was also quite clutch because it also allowed me to get the kill on the other Riker afterwards.
And now slowly creeping up all the way from here, slowly getting closer to the archer who's just maybe starting to piss his pants in fear of the mage with the sword. But still, it's really close. They'll get to get rid of this one. No, because he's dead, and now the surrender is in because you did win. You were guaranteed a kill on that on the other one at your next turn. So
exactly.
You got third place.
Still a good match, very good match. Yes. Well played by War Elephant. Yeah.
Yep, and those 2 blocks near the end in the last I don't know 6-7 turns, they were quite important as well, keeping that first Ehrlich alive just to put more pressure with the 2, not having to bring back from the back line the 2 Ehrlichs you had. It gives you more pressure faster, right?
Yeah. So overall, like those blocks definitely were key. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a lot out of a bit of luck and a lot of knowledge of the game in this case.
Yeah, like it would have been easy for someone else to make the mistake of trying to get 3 hits on the Mings.
Yes.
You know? But then you would have lost the overall tempo. Then again, like I wouldn't have had to do that if I just went for the and kill early on. So
yeah,
that was a miscalculation anyway.
Yeah, you could have been a lot faster with that and kill earlier, but all of that, you also adjust in real time, right? While you're playing that game, you're thinking about all of that, and then you realize, oh damn, I could have killed that and earlier, but now what do I do? Because earlier is done, earlier is gone, and we now have to move forward with what is on the board and what are the current possibilities in the battleground. So here
now,
we get the win.
Yes, exactly. And now we get to the finals between the winner of the last tournament and our beloved Don Guzzler here.
God damn it. Yes, we get to this, the champion protecting his belt, trying to keep it from the claws of the newcomer, quite recent newcomer in the community as well. The 2 brothers came in about a month ago, I think, in the game, something like that.
I think it's Yeah, ish, maybe a bit more. Yeah,
Maybe a bit more, yeah, but after
yeah,
the last tournament, right? They came in
yeah,
a bit after that tournament and started to theory craft. We had some people talking about it. Rebirth specifically talked about theory crafting for his Keywog that we saw earlier. So let's see
yeah.
against Aristocat, who we know uses a lot of turtling in his tactics. What will it be about? What will it be for this final tournament for
I
the
haven't
50
seen the
bucks
match, so
extra?
I haven't seen the match, so I'm very curious to see what it's going to be like. I hope it's a good match because the one against his brother was really closer than I thought it
Yes.
would be.
It was a really fun one, and let's see against someone who he knows a lot less as well. There's this part. The two brothers probably have played a lot of matches, even in Athelan together or against each other, but have played other games, of course, other tactics games. So probably they had an idea of how they would react to each other and how they would play. Now you get someone that you don't know as well. You have to go down in the knowledge that you have of this game
Yeah.
specifically.
So
And
slight changes here to Aristocat's team. We
yes,
got
yes,
I think one less Eichlin. Yeah,
one less cycling and a bit more centered, right? That Garrick used to be a bit more to the side, and that Riker a bit.
I
I
think
mean,
that the
that
right
Riker was an Eichlin, right?
the Garrick was an Eichlin.
That Garrick one. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So a bit more control of the general area, and no changes as far as I can see on Don Gosler's side.
Yeah, I mean it's a solid team. I think there's Aristocat is not so used to dealing with a strong Kiwok team, so we'll see how the game goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the champion of the last tournament for the second one gets the first move in the grand finals, protecting his title. Let's see who will win it. The first ever winner of a tournament, or the newcomer Don Gosler 420, as Kiwa gets his stack on.
Yeah. So already the drones coming in, and we're looking at similar mistake as I was mentioning before,
Yes.
which is focusing on the drones too much. Because now we're getting even more value. Like we got a reconnection with the drones,
Yes.
so we still get the stacks,
Hmm.
but we're also getting chip damage in from the other drones. Right?
Oh.
So very aggressive play here, trying to prevent infiltration as much as possible.
Finally, some damage getting in
Yeah.
on that Volta. But
Yeah, but see, this is good. At least you're getting some value by
yes.
getting the drones hit. But now we've got the Kiwok walking forward, probably to get some sentry action with the arrows.
Yeah, and already at nine stacks after a few turns,
I
he's
think it's going to be
already
Garden
getting
Zero here.
dangerous.
Oh yeah,
And that
yeah.
protection, so no damage there. A block still, and some kind of try at an infiltration from that Garrix from
Well,
Aristocat.
so here's the thing, right? So you've got a Kiwok that's low-ish on stacks currently, and you know that if you focus too much on the Kiwok, the singular mind is going to end up transforming into him, right, with stacks. So one of the better moves to play against this type of comps is to try to get the singular mind kill before anything else,
Yes.
because it can't transform into anything because nothing's dead, right?
Yep.
So you're preventing the idea from happening.
Yep. Yeah, you're preventing the champion to work at all in that case, because that's the thing he does, getting a champion that died back on the board. And then that's kind of what he's
Ooh.
doing, getting on the An instead of singular mind. I'm quite shocked here, quite surprised actually by that choice, because singular mind could as well just take up Anne's form to keep
Yeah,
the cleric alive.
absolutely. I mean, it of course intuitively you would think, all right, the cleric is on cooldown and I'm in range to go hit it. I
Yeah.
should probably go for it, right? But there's still Garden Zero. There's still Singular Mind. So the priority should be dealing with the end game threat that Kiwok is.
Yes.
Oh, actually, all right. Well,
Okay. Well,
in this case, yeah, in this case, like you're you're putting your archer in a very precarious position, specifically to get the cleric kill. But again, we have singular mind, you can transform into it.
Yep.
Right.
At least I like the fact that we see Aristocats having a plan and committing to it, right? He want to get rid of Anne, so forcing Singular Mind to probably go as Anne instead of another Kiwog is still some kind of trade-off on Dunguzzler's side. That he'll have to choose, do I wait for my Kiwog to die, or do I go for the Cleric, which will be really useful to have another one of. But in any case, that Riker, both of those Rikers, getting the hits right in to get rid of Anne early, I think it's I like that kind of plan, just getting in early and working well. And he's not hesitating. He's saying, that's what I want to do. That's what I will do, forcing a choice on Dunguzzler's side.
Yeah. So let's see.
Oof.
So we've got 18
Kiwog.
stacks already with
Oof.
36 HP left. It's still in range of being guarded by Guardian Zero. But we got a big AoE coming through here. That is nasty.
Massive damage here. But still an answer in kind with that Kiwog on both Garrick's and Riker's life.
Yeah, so yeah. I can see where he's coming from, like retreating the archer here. Of course you want to keep your ranged guys alive. But now we're probably going to see Singular Mind transforming into the cleric to get a heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that heal is going to negate a lot of that massive damage that we saw earlier coming from Athelan.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of movement from the cleric. That's one of the advantages of playing Singular Mind. Also, is while you transform into a champion, you get to play that champion on the next turn. So if you move with Singular Mind first and then transform, you're not going to consume the cooldown of that has a movement cooldown. Like Anne, for example, if he had transformed first and then moved, would have been on cooldown. But instead, he just moved first, transformed, and then he gets to move again, and that gets a very safe cleric at this point.
Yeah, it allows him to hide his Anne way to the left and hidden physically by all those Voltas that will probably be able to put up more drones as well. So that double movement in two turn is really, really useful in that case.
Yep.
Ooh.
Very nasty move. Exactly. At this point in the game, like at 26 stacks, I believe, at this point.
Let's go confirm 23.
23? Okay. So, right, because he has base damage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, it doesn't matter if he gets into an aggressive position because he always has the Guardian Zero shield available.
Oh, that's for himself, yeah.
Honestly, I understand this move. I think it wasn't necessary to happen this turn.
Okay.
There was time for this. Even if Diana had moved 4 tiles up, right?
Yes.
Ehrlich could have then put icicles and hit Diana and positioned himself this way as well.
What?
But instead played another move first, right?
Yeah.
So kind of a weird choice, but like overall the move is solid. It's still preventing the.
Yeah. A lot of big damage still for that Athelan on Aristocat side, profiting off this bunching up in the perfect pattern that she needs to do at least big damage.
One thing that's an issue right now with the composition from Aristocat, right, is it's a one-side turtle playing against another one-side turtle that has extreme pressure to go aggressive into it. Like whenever you play Kiwog, you're expecting the opponent to like have to go hard on you, otherwise you're going to stack up and be in trouble.
Yep.
And so it makes the position of the Volta in front of Anne kind of weak, right? Like if you're going to be doing a one-side turtle, you want to have mobile, long-range characters on the back end because these can be brought in with tempo. And in this case, if Volta were to move in, she's not going to bring any value. She's going to move in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe another Athelan here instead of the Volta might have been much better off.
Yeah. And that
Garrick
Garrick,
trying to make his way.
yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of had forgotten about that Garrick hidden behind the enemy lines. And that
One
Evo.
thing also to consider, by the way, is whenever you destroy a drone with Kiwag, you do get an extra stack.
Okay.
So hitting your own drones is a great way to stack yourself up if you want. That's one of the reasons why Don Guzzler has so many Voltas, is that as you start flooding the map with drones, it's just more potential stacks for your Kiwag with AoEs.
Yeah. On the Anne, I'm guessing, yeah. Anne's getting killed finally for the second time and the last of this match, this finals,
Exactly, yeah.
this grand finals here of the second tournament. And yeah, just getting Riker in, but now Kiwog might be able to just completely obliterate him the next time he's able to hit him.
Yeah. Only 30 HP left. So
Yes. He's disposable, but 30, when you see how Aristocats champions are placed upon the board, there's still not a lot really coming in from that far away. I'm guessing that Riker could come in and maybe get rid of him, but I'm having difficulties seeing how you can get rid of him that quickly, even though he only has 28 HP now.
yeah, I mean, at this point, it would take hits from certain people, potentially 3 otherwise, and they're still guarding 0 with a shield. That's a lot of commitment. Oh,
Yep.
so
That's
bit
the
of a
misclick
misclick
he
here.
talked about. Yep. He told us right when it started, I misclicked there with the subtext of please, Burns, don't insult me when I do it. So that's
Don Guzzler showing us why he likes dongs. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. And so retreat from the archer here. I don't know. I feel like it just kind of leaves the archer that's currently between icicles very isolated. Like that's a kill. Yeah. Yeah. Even more health now. So like, see, he's even going back into drones voluntarily to get more stacks.
Yep. And it does seem like Guzzler is slowly but surely taking the advantage from Aristocats and who now seems at a loss of what to exactly do against that big defense.
If you think about it, like just played a few very defensive moves, kind of leaving his Garrick completely isolated. So you're saying, yeah, sure, kill my unit. You know, like there's no reason to walk back because you're never going to win. Like there's no winning with going so far back, I think.
Okay.
So he needed to be aggressive for sure.
That's the Volta preventing the damage on Garrick. So Garrick gets another turn. But no, he doesn't. He doesn't because Kiwog is completely stacked up. 34, which means 36 damage per turn, I think.
It's +3, so 37 currently.
So just so much damage coming out. And now he's going to clear the field, I'm guessing. That Diana's going to be tough to get rid of completely because that amount of damage.
No. Not with all these Voltas. All you have to do is just bring her to the tower range, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now you can just play
even if she's left alone at the end. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've played around with a bunch of Voltas, and you can be really oppressive. I even made one of the 5v5 teams for the AI.
Yep.
Just a bunch of Voltas, and all they do is just pull you around, and you never get to play. So that's always very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now like these moves are too slow for sure. I think at this point Aristocat is just trying to find how to get out of this, and it's just he's not finding how.
Yeah, no,
like,
no real
too many
plan is forming up.
Played. Yeah,
just a bunch of tries here and there, kind of going mistakes and not mistakes, but just trial and error, and it's not working out for him truly right now.
And then we get the shield coming in. Oh, yeah. How many times has Aristocat forgot that Guardian Zero exists in the
Yeah,
tournament? I don't know.
yeah,
Been a few, yeah.
yeah, and specifically important moments in which he could have done so much more with that Riker, because maybe I've gotten the true shot in
Yeah.
simply a perfect strike and at least do some damage. And now, oh my god, Kiwog getting in and just starting to blow up the back line, which is the only line left pretty much on Aristocat's
Yeah. I mean, we
side.
have like a sad little Eichlin on the right, but
Yeah, but
it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
yeah, what will she do here? Flying in the corner next to a drone, perfected by technology. You're only just a magic thing. You're not a drone. You're not perfect, Eichlin.
By the way, that's one of the moves that you get to do with Volta, but you
Yep.
can pull your own units and then move to cancel the channeling, and this will prevent the damage from happening. So essentially, it's as if you were to blitzcrank hook your
Yeah.
allies outside of a threat, right? Or I guess a lantern with fuck, what's his face?
Yeah, Thresh, isn't it?
Fresh.
Yeah,
Yes,
Thresh.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, just get your
I,
allies in.
I haven't opened that game in 5 years. I still got some knowledge hidden deep in my brain.
Yeah, that's how bad League of Legends affects you, man. That's
And now the full rectangle, the drone rectangle, creating a safe space here for Guardian Zero, who doesn't need it anyway, but still. Just making more obstacles in the way of Aristocast in getting to that Volta as well.
yeah. This poor Ehrlich is not in his best position. One shot, straight up one shot from
Yep.
Kiwog. Beautiful.
And now 42 damage. The only one he can't one-shot would be Garrick, right?
But he has 10 HP left, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
matter.
full Garrick would
Yeah.
survive. That Garrick specifically, dead. Probably in 2 rounds if he doesn't get to move.
Yeah.
That's like fully protected by his own Guardian Zero, so still no problem in keeping him in those drones. It's a tough one for Aristocast trying to defend his title, but slowly.
Yeah, I think he like
Slipping.
see again he moved the Garrick away, but like what does that really accomplish when you're gonna get AoE'd right now by the Kiwog along with your cleric.
Yeah,
Right.
most probably.
Alright, well, let's get the free kill here, sure, why not?
Yeah. At this point, I mean, you just want to do some kills with Keywogs. You can one-shot everything on the board, or at least most of the things on the board. Just get those ins. It will be a good move to get a kill, right? So.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And this is the surrender. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because even though that Diana could have survived 5 more hits from that Keywog,
There's
that's
too
still
many
not
units
much.
alive, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we have our second champion of the second tournament, champions. How do I say that? Why our words exist?
Why are words so hard? We have the champion of our second tournament ever, exactly. And I mean, honestly, the caliber of players this time around was so much higher than before.
Yeah.
So we saw like a lot of really, really strong moves. It's been a lot of fun also to do this with players. Like to me, the main reason I making this game is because I've been wanting to play a game like Tactics Arena Online for God knows how long. Like the servers went offline years and years ago, and ever since, like there's been like a small community that's been trying to keep the game alive, but it hasn't really been modernized. And I wanted to have like a PvP, let's queue up and play tactics type game, and I couldn't find anything on Steam. I'm like, you know what? Let's just make one.
Yeah.
And having people come in and play has been exactly what I was dreaming of. Like I quit my job over this, and I was like, let's make a cool game. And we're finally in a position to have tournaments and have strong players participate, and it's only going to go up from here. So
and when
one thing I want to mention also is that we're going to be making a version for Android. So that for the full release when it comes out. So
nice.
I think this is the game that lends itself really well to playing on mobile. It's turn-based. It's going to still be free to play. We're not going to have any ads or pay to win or any of that stuff. It's really just about having the gameplay. and we've already set up the account creation so that you can play cross-platform. So if you want to play on the go and then get home and just continue with your progress, you'll be able to do that. So so far, I mean, we're heading in the right direction. We've got, like I said, a couple more champions coming in. The rest is going to be mostly making assets because I mean, for a free-to-play game, we still need to sell some cosmetic stuff.
Yep.
So it's going to be skins, board skins, and whatnot. So we're working on the assets, working on the last few features, some retention stuff, and then we're ready for launch. We are planning to launch around July. Hopefully, we can get that done by then. And if you guys have been enjoying the stream, enjoying watching, enjoying the gameplay, please join our Discord.
Yep.
Please wishlist the game on Steam as well. Writing reviews on Discord is also very helpful to us. And if you want to participate in the next tournament, just talk to us on Discord. This is where we're picking up all the players. And we're really looking forward to the full launch. I think it's going to be a super fun game to play. I mean, so far, it's super fun to play. It's exactly how it felt to play Tactics Arena Online, but modern, more options, more abilities, and it's going to be far more champions. I mean, if we hit a stride where we're able to kind of generate enough revenue to pay the wage for our developer and myself, I think we're in it for the long run. We really want to have like a bunch of champions, lots of tournaments, and really engage with the players. This game is designed to be, like respectful of the players' time, and we're here to like listen to feedback and make changes and balance changes as we see fit. Yeah, it's been a super fun tournament. I hope people enjoyed watching the stream also. And a big thank you, of course, to Leduc for the raid. That was very helpful.
Yep.
And much appreciated. Honestly, this is the kind of stuff that indie developers need in general. Just any sort of little help that we can get from people is huge, both in terms of just talking about it with your friends, making videos on YouTube, or streaming the game if you enjoy it. This is exactly what we need to start reaching an audience. But the most difficult thing for us, really, especially when making a game that's turn-based tactics and has like a bit of a learning curve, is it doesn't necessarily resonate well with the modern type of audiences for games where things are a bit more ADHD, like I have to have my attention span kind of all over the place. And this is more cerebral, of course, and it's harder to make like highlights on YouTube and whatnot and on shorts. And so any help we can get from people is massively important.
Yep. Well said, Burns, and all of this is really good news. Everything you talked about, I've seen the work you've put in for the past few months. When we met back in January, we back in December, I think, most precisely. But in any case, we met quite. It was not a long time ago, and I was able to come on board and see all the work you do, and at least follow. I haven't played that much the game, but I've been following you closely, following the Discord. I've seen the patches going up. I've seen all the work you've been doing and already balancing. That's how we pronounce it in English. But balancing the game, but also balancing the updates and the balancing and the different updates. We've added a bit of everything. We
added the Guardian Zero recently.
Exactly.
We made some changes to some mechanics in the game based on feedback that we got from Don Guzzler and his brother.
Yeah.
We did a lot, and like that's what we plan to do in live ops if we can afford to keep doing it, right? It's really just try to make a game for gamers. We're not here to like suck while it's dry. We're just here to be able to hopefully live off the game and make some a great product for people to play for years to come.
Yeah, and simply have a great time playing this game. You worked months and years on at this point. So it's been a pleasure, Burns, being with you. Congratulations again to our new champion, now holding the title of Grand Champion of Athelan Battlegrounds, Mr. Don Guzzler 420. Of course, I'm so happy
the
to see
number one Don Guzzler.
The number one Don Guzzler 420. Thanks a lot for having me again, Burns. It was a pleasure as always. And I'm guessing this is goodbye for today, but we hope to see you in the Discord. We hope to see you try the demo as well if you haven't had the chance to download it. If you've been a new guy, a new gal on this stream today, well, take a look and wishlist the full release page. It's not the same page. So from the
I
demo,
linked the demo link in the
Cool.
chat for people.
Perfect.
So yeah, come join the community. Honestly, it's the more people that we have, the better.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching the stream, everyone. We'll hopefully host another one soon enough. And have a good day.
Goodbye, everyone.